Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Have something to drink first. I forgot to do that. There you go. Much better. Juanito? You suave little manlet boy. You're tired of dealing with the hassles that come with glasses or contact lenses? Listen up. A simple LASIK procedure at TLC Laser Eye Centers can change your life today. Just imagine being able to swim underwater without worrying about losing your contact, or looking at the clock in the morning without needing to reach for your glasses. If you're nearsighted, farsighted, or have astigmatism, call the experts at TLC today at 1-888-TLC-2020 to schedule your absolutely free consultation. 25 years of experience, financing options, and the TLC lifetime commitment has made TLC beat the LASIK center of choice for billions of people and thousands of doctors across the U.S. And now it's your turn. Imagine the possibilities with 20/20 vision. Don't wait any longer. Call 1-888-TLC-2020 today and receive $400 off your procedure. That's 1-888-852-2020. Call today. Results may vary.
Hey, Steve and Rebecca. Monday on Portland's Morning News. This process is getting fixed up.
The really big best story is 940-90 wrong.
They're how we're going at this Portland.
What? Sales.
Whew.
Systems are flying. You can have one at 649.
Boom. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. The pre-record. It's the pre-record hour. This is the pre-recorded stream. The show number, who knows or gives a crap, where we delve into pilgrims. Addy-do, pilgrims. No, we're not doing that. I don't even have an agenda for tonight. I'm just gonna be chilling. Then again, we don't really have an agenda at all. We're just always doing this, just chilling. It's just that every now and then we get an agenda.
I understand your point of the argument, okay? But the measles outbreak that's been going on up here, it has been where the actual shot that we get from measles, I mean, when I was growing up, I think you and I are pretty much close to the same age, we had to have, I don't know,
They're pre-recorded on the whole vaccine thing.
You would?
Sounds like they're doing their pre-recorded when the vaccine thing was going out.
Well, the Saturday night, so you don't have a show Saturday.
Oh yeah. I just saw a Sanders Biden 2020 bumper sticker. No. No. That should be disregarded as a dumb. Dude, if he put Biden's VP, he would be bending the knee to the establishment, and no. That actually make me not want to vote for him. Let's make something happen. Lol. Dude, yeah, wow. That's just sad. Wow. Damn. That's just depressing. Like, really? Let's have Bernie and Biden. Double up on the old white people. This is like, oh, great. Okay. So. But it's why? Why? Makes no sense. They don't even agree with a lot of things politically. What? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Some people are just weird, man.
At least one Bernie supporter supports Biden for VP. There are a few people that are like that, to be fair, but they're very few and far in between. They agree with very little politically. Yeah. Like, they would probably be able to agree on, like, 5 issues at, like, out of, like, 500 different issues. Like, oh, man. They're, like, the more Biden's background and record comes out, the more it just shows how much he's just not good. It's like, oh, man. I wish I could convince Joe, but he's going to be that stern one on him. But, oh well. I mean, Biden does attract the older Democratic base, not so much the young. Well, Bernie does. And also some people who are older too, but not so much. At least not compared to Biden. Though the demographics with people coming into age is starting to grow a little more, and I'm actually kind of getting I'm getting a Bernie bumper sticker for my car, lol. Yeah, as soon as I get my license and stuff, I'm going to get a bumper sticker on my car too that is a Bernie. I'm going to put my 2016 one and then a 2020 right next to it. Not just that one. Oh my god. I love how defensive he got over that.
Really?
Do I work? Yeah, yes, I work. What the? It's like, oh my god, bro.
Believe it or not, me personally, no. That's pretty much all Trump does. So you just sit in the truck, they fill up, but you have no personal contact with anybody. Oh my goodness, if you're gonna go to that intersection, and everybody finds this transplant passes, it's up and or get an vaccination. But then, you gotta get vaccinations that are effective. They're effective now. Yeah, you're thinking like, wow, you make it all ludicrous. Well then, how does that go?
Oh my god, he's arguing with an anti-vaxxer. I'm now realizing what he's starting to, that's what he's arguing with. This guy, oh wow.
Come on, really? Hold on, 10% is better than 0. And if a parent 10%, okay, I tell you what, if 10% is better than 0, I tell you what, why don't you buy 10% of a car?
That's not the same as, that's not the same. That's a non sequitur. Okay, now I'm confused.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, I think the effectiveness of vaccines, because some of them, like, at least when it comes to the standard flu shots that come out, like, every year or so, those ones, I think they're talking about the effective rate of that, but if they're talking about, like, vaccines from, like, actual diseases and illnesses that we've already, like, combated, then that's, like, 96, that's, like, 80% to, like, a 96%, like, success rate.
Mm-hmm.
But with flu shots and those common cold flus that come out every year, and those are definitely a different case. So it would have to be, it's a pre-recorded show, so it's not that important. But I mean, it's just like, I kind of wonder like what they're actually all talking about, because I can't really, I kind of popped in part of it, but. I think the other guy was an anti-vaxxer or something, or I really wasn't too sure.
I guess so.
Did I possibly leave my keys at your place? The slogan there, but I don't think so.
What do they look like?
I think there's a bottle cap opener on it. I think. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I didn't see him, so I haven't seen him for a while. Huh. There's very many strains of most viruses. Yeah. Flu shots have a super low effective rate because there are a ton of different strains of flu. Sorry. Well, it's all good. It's all good, bro. You're fine. I just haven't seen him around here right off top hand, but if I do, I can let you know. I mean, I think I did in my room, but I'm not 100% too sure. I can go check really quick here in a bit. But, yeah, like, I mean, that's kind of the reason why that partially why flu shots are also low effective rate. There's so many different types of flu that medical doctors have to basically like restrict their research to vaccines on the most dominant ones, and that's also not very prevalent everywhere else. But these strains also have a lot of similarities with each other, so even though you might get a flu shot for one strain, you might be able to at least be somewhat immune to multiple others on top of that. That's kind of why there's that also low effectiveness too. Yeah, I've seen my keys, I really appreciate it. Yeah, not a problem, man. I saw your text earlier, I just didn't get a chance to see it. My ball opener for the Hefe. Yeah, and you were either in here or in my room when you did that, so they could be around. Yeah, let me just kind of look around here really quick. They might just be around somewhere. Nothing right offhand. It just might be in my room, maybe. If they're around, it'll probably be in my room. Shootout to Stefan. What? Bruh, you want to have a shootout with Stefan? Stefan doesn't even want a gun. How are you going to have a shootout with him? You going to shoot his place up now? How dare you, bro? Shame on you. This isn't Grand Theft Auto where you can just get away with that shit. Have a 5-star rating and then cheat your way down to a 1-star and run away. You find I might be down to come to place to hang a bit. Sure. I wasn't really, yeah, because I saw your text earlier saying that. I was like, I mean, I'm not really down because I have work earlier because I'm getting more hours and shit. And then also I'm just kind of tired tonight. But, we can, but, you know, for a little bit. I don't care. Speaking of Hefe, St. Patty's Day is going to be lit. Oh, shit, when is St. Patty's Day? When is that shit? Is that like the 20th or something? Not like the 20th, but like sometime in there. Yo, comrades, Logan, Stefan. Hey, who else is all in here? Nah, I can't. Nope, no one else is commenting. All right, whatever. Next Sunday. Oh, sweet. Well, I'll be working that day, so we'll have to get together and plan something out afterwards. I don't have work plus a spring break. Hell yeah, bro. Oh, good information for me to use. Good info for me to use, knowing it's going to be spring break. Hells yeah. Even though it's no break for me, I don't get any. I'm just going to continue my grind, because what else am I going to do right now? Besides my grind, gonna grind my life to a halt. Because, bitches, it all be your fault. My energy level dropped when I couldn't find my keys. Super buzzkill when you lose your phone, wallet, and keys. You lost all three? The unholy trifecta? I don't think he lost all three. I think he's just saying that whether you lose any of them, whether you lose your phone, your wallet, or your keys. If he lost his phone, I don't think he'd be able to communicate on my stream right now. Unless he was on his laptop. Which, in that case, then you're just as able to communicate as well as on mobile. So, there you go. But, yeah. I do feel like I did see them around here. But I just saw them, but I literally did not put two together and realize, not my keys. I don't even have keys. I don't carry any with me. So, it's just like, one, that never clicked in my head. And two, it's just like, I didn't know at the time I was a... But I think I did, so I might have, man. I might have. Here, I'll smoke this bowl really quick and check my room, though. I won't bring you guys along, because it'd be boring to fucking watch me search for some damn keys. Nope, just keys. You getting that Biden Sanders sticker for your car? Lol. Nope, burning all the 2020 all the way. Yeah, dude. We were joking about that, actually. The Bernie Sanders and Biden VP, that just would be a no-no, bro. That was my thing. It's like, that's just a no-no. Bernie would be caving to the establishment, and I don't want him to do that. So no. Besides, that would never happen because he already says he's looking towards a female who's younger and possibly a minority to kind of that would share the pretty much the same message. To me, that leaves two people in my mind: Nita Turner, Tulsi Gabbard. So I think we're going to look at a very good ticket regardless. But I don't know. We'll see, though. My moderate roommate doesn't like any of the candidates so far. To be fair, I'm on board with him for the most part. I say for the most part because there's only a couple that I'm actually very intrigued and interested in. He absolutely hates Warren, is mad on Sanders, and thinks the other candidates are posers. Well, I don't necessarily disagree with the absolutely hate Warren thing, but I'm meh on Warren. He's like one level further than me, but he's for the wrong reasons. Like, he's a moderate, but I'm a little bit more, I guess you could say more lefty or whatever you want to call me. His favorite candidate so far is Inslee. Oh boy. I want to see what Kyle Kalinske has to, because I know he's going to do a report on that guy. He's going to, like, run down who he is and shit. I kind of want to see what he might say. I've read a little bit about him. Some things are good, but there's just some problems with him, dude. The false feel thing, that's just a problem. No, he actually likes their policies? Huh. Well, I mean, like, what I mean is, what I was saying is, like, I'm mad on Warren, but that's because of her stratagem and her tactics, but policies are alright.
Thank you, partner.
I mean, but I absolutely pretty much hate all the other candidates, but I am intrigued and curious about Gabbard, Andrew Yang, Inslee. I'll hear him out, I'll see what he says, but I'm not really excited for him. She announced how she would be about breaking up the tech companies and increase lunch. He thinks she's Trump-level batshit crazy. Huh? I beg your pardon? Warren's like a nice old grandma that bakes you cookies every Sunday. Like, what are you talking about? What? The American thing, awkward personality really turned him off, however. I mean, the Native American thing, I could care less about. I just think she just handled it pretty poorly. The awkward personality, Bernie has an awkward personality. So if we're going to hold that against her, I'm holding it against Bernie, but I don't. But, it's just, for me, it's her strategy. Like, how she goes about her strategy on how to run, and it's just way too questionable to me, and I just don't want to risk that chance. And plus, knowing how cuddly she is to the establishment, as much as the progressive, she has like one foot in both doors, and that to me, I don't want that's way too distrustworthy for me. He thinks she's pretty out of it, not mentally fit. Oh man, not from what I've heard. I mean, not really an awkward personality, but more of, like, awkward charisma. Like, I mean, he doesn't have any sense of charisma. He just says shit that's policy and whatever. He just says what he has on his mind and just says it. He doesn't really, like, have a beauty or, like, eloquence of saying it. He just says it and just lets it out because he gives a shit. Has he ever really seen anything cringe-worthier than, like, the beer video? No. Honestly, anything that's, like, semi-related to him, like this when he's in the subway just running his ass off, to catch a train, like, if anything, like those little things like that become memes. Like, they actually become like little mini memes, and people like will do shit, and it's actually pretty cool. Has anti-charisma. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean more. But it's not really awkward like Warren. Yeah, like, I definitely not to the Warren levels. I won't put him on that, but he definitely has anti-charisma. Not just lack thereof, anti-charisma. Just not a lack thereof. I think he actually understands the average person now. Yeah. And the thing is, you don't need charisma to understand, people's issues and problems and stuff. Like, I hear people out all the time and their stories and shit. And I'm like I'm a social awkward bastard, dude. Like, I'll just sit there and just be like, and just not really respond to what you said. And Now I might be like, yeah, but I soaked up everything you pretty much said, and and I have I'm having a thought process about it, but I never really will verbally return communication that such in the sense of like, we're having this deep thing. Usually I'm always just hearing someone else out, especially when it comes to someone's like personal stories and shit. So I mean, like, and Bernie has that too for sure, but I don't got any like I can have it. I mean, I definitely have some level of charisma compared to other people, but I mean, it's for me. It just has to like just kind of happens like that. I can't like prep it up and boom, But it's just if it happens, it just happens by circumstance, not because I am just charismatic. It's by circumstance. It's just like hey, happened to just be pretty charismatic in that scenario. He's let me speak with you, not at you. Yeah. And that's honestly what I think a lot of what people are trying to look for now. They don't want someone speaking at them. They want someone speaking with them. Like, hey, you got some shit going on in your life. You got some problems. I'm here trying to push policy to help deal with problems. So, primarily, your problems, and then pretty much everyone else's that have very similar problems like you. So, let me hear you out, and I'm going to try to solve this shit up there. At least he can come out and look like he's trying to push for that. I think at the end of the day, Bernie, that's what he wants to try to do. But I think that his main challenge is the system and the establishment, and I think that's always been his challenge, and I think it's just been the pretty blatant one. But I don't think it's not necessarily a challenge in the sense that they're going to block whatever he's just going to do, but also try to manipulate him too, and to manipulate his messages and to undermine what he's actually trying to do to push things at the end of the day for their narrative, or to loosen it up enough to where they can fuck with it later on and water it down. And that's, I think, what really worries me about Bernie. If he doesn't catch on to those type of tricks, then a lot of the progress that he could potentially make probably wouldn't mean anything. It's like the whole Obamacare thing. Like, we thought we were going to get a public option. We get an individual mandate because they manipulated and exploited him and watered the shit down. And also he was a sellout. And, of course, there's other various different reasons, with that one. But, I mean, that's kind of a, non-sequitur on that. I mean, because they're not really the same cases, but when it comes to rhetoric, at least, I can say that there's a potential for it to be, and that's the one thing I'm kind of fearful of. We've been down a very similar path like this, and it's real. And for me, it's a little too disconcerting how easily we can go literally back to the same fucking cycle we just went through, and that I don't want. And that's honestly like one of my main concerns about him. And whether like it's got merit or not, I don't know. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I could just be kind of paranoid about it just because of what history we have been through. And I don't know, man. To me, that's just more of my own, like, personal thought about that issue. I don't think Bernie would be as willing to settle. Yeah. You have to worry about that with any candidate. Oh, yeah, for sure. Who could be knocking? Who could be knocking right now? Either that or Logan. One of the two. I guess I'll find out.
You're the A-Band lady.
So it was Tyler. I thought you were Logan for a second because he was on my stream earlier, and he actually lost his keys. Did you see him around?
I haven't.
Yeah, because
Logan lost his keys?
Yeah, he couldn't. I looked around here and I didn't see him. They could be in my room though.
Oh shit.
He could. I'm not really too freaked out. They could just be in his room or my room.
I imagine you got off work recently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just got off work. Yeah, like what, 25 minutes ago. I basically sat down, got my shit, started stream.
I could order a lift and we can go to the Heritage Pub.
I'm not even really feeling the pub at all. I'm really kind of out of it, and I don't even really got too much money left at all either.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You could always buy your drinks. They're pretty enough.
Oh my god. Though I definitely will be open because I have work at 1 tomorrow too, and they actually are getting me more hours this week. So
Oh.
yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking just tonight might not be the best, just considering that. Because I don't want to stay up too late and then like oversleep somehow and be like, oh fuck, you know, I have to get yelled at and shit. So
Because you're a knockout.
Monday night or Tuesday night would actually probably be best. I was thinking that all day today.
Weeknights anymore.
Yeah.
I can only except for Thursdays. That's all I can do.
Yeah. Hey guys, oh Jimmy, everyone's coming back in. Oh shit. Like the last few streams have been dead, and now everyone's showing up. After I'm like, show number, I don't give a shit. I'm like, I literally put numbers -482C whatever, some code. I don't know, an obscure code. But I was gonna take this hit and then check out to see if Logan's keys were in my room, and if they were, then he'll probably come over and pick them up.
Yeah, these earbuds that I randomly found are pretty good. The only problem is like I have a really hard time keeping them in my ears. Like they always have this tendency to like
Fall out.
or I mean not really fall out, but like get near to the point of falling out, where they like. And also, they feel weird after wearing them for a long time. No wonder, you know, I just found them on the ground. It's very possible it's like somebody lost them.
Oh yeah.
Just by having them fall off of their ears. But I mean, it's cool that I found it for free. I don't know where the other cover is.
Yeah, that's part of it, but
Yeah, they work,
yeah, I can see why though.
which is amazing because it was like snowing, you know, when I found them.
I can see how they could fall out majorly though.
Yeah, it's
They're fat and bulky.
like they're all right. I think it's Skull Candy though. They're not really my favorite brand.
So it's
Too
Jam.
much Bass. Oh, Jam, right. I thought I had the Skull Candy logo on it though.
Does it? Oh, the little budlets do, but not these
Oh,
things.
okay, that's probably because they're. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler stream, 1 downvote. It's the rules. Oh my god. Tyler bashes a bottle of cold shoulder Jimmy head. Jimmy lights Tyler.
Who can't resist whose curves?
You can't resist. Round 3, Jimmy versus Mel T in the big ring.
Oh, is that Stefan?
Yeah.
The bottle of gold shoved Jimmy's head. Jimmy gets Tyler's ass on fire.
You can't resist the curves. I know Tyler and Jimmy love each other. Yeah, they do. They definitely do.
I don't love commies. Fuck him. He's a goddamn commie.
I don't even think he's that, dude. I
Well,
don't
it's
I
just
don't
like-
even know what.
He called me an
Stefan,
idiot just because I didn't agree
big
with
gay.
Karl Marx's solutions. I agreed with Karl Marx's criticism of, you know, capitalism. I don't
Colch's
agree with the
Cologne style
solutions.
beer brewed cold like a lager with ale yeast.
Oh,
yum.
that sounds awesome right now. I really want to get something like that. Oh.
I'm gonna go find. You entertained the degenerates.
Okay, this time I want the seat with the butt pad. Now that I'm on the foreground. Kolsch is a Cologne style beer. Yes, and actually Kolsch is my favorite beer. Stop this pure boomerism. Fuck off. Boomerism. If anybody's a boomer, it's fucking you, dude. Welcome to the whispering. Ah, I see the pun there. Hair's a bit raspy, a little windy out there. Or raspy, I don't know. Do I own a gun? No, not yet. I want to. I'm about to buy a new one. Nice. Yeah, Andrew's looking for your keys. He says that they might be in your room. You're not TJ Kirk, accept it. I'm not trying to be TJ Kirk. What the fuck are you talking about? Accept your fate? Your fate's almost sealed anyway. I still got quite a bit of my life ahead of me. see, I'm your host, Ramadan Steve, and this is Jimmy John's Whisper versus Metal T.
I see him.
Oh, damn. Trying real hard there. Fuck off, dude.
What's going on?
Just trolling again.
Not TJ Kirk, except. Wait.
I guess
So-
he didn't find the keys.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, I didn't find them right. Nah, I didn't right offhand. I mean, like I said, I feel like they might. I mean, I don't know. I thought I did, but yeah, I'm not too sure. What was there a claim that you were TJ at one point?
No, nobody. I never even said I was ever trying to be TJ.
Why did I ever get brought up then?
I don't know. He's the one who fucking brought it up. He's trying to take advantage of insecurities that I don't have. He's like, it's almost like he's projecting his own insecurities on me. It's fucking ridiculous. Like with all these references that I never even fucking heard of, that are not even relevant
Yeah,
to me.
it's one of those things. Well, I'll just take the loss. Yeah, it sounds like it, man. I mean, I feel like they honestly probably are around somewhere
week
because I
we
feel
have
like I did see them around.
Boomer Mania, Joe Biden Malloy versus Jimmy John's Whisper.
Jimmy John. Homeless colorman stole your keys and sold them for rock cocaine for rebase money.
Ouch.
Said you were a cuck and that he hates Bandit when you were out.
That's not even true. I fucking love that big cat.
That little mini cougar.
Who could hate Bandit?
That dwarven cougar. Who can hate that dwarven cougar? He's a cougar that's like a dwarf. Seriously, dude, he's just a beast.
Well, it was like a Siamese mix with like
Cougar in his blood,
Yeah.
dude. Like seriously, like I swear, like at one point that cat had like a fucking cougar in his like jeans or something. Like damn, like I mean that cat is straight up like a fucking cougar.
Stefan, I thought you were a friend.
It's sadly very true.
Sadly, very true.
All right.
He could just rewind it and find out.
I'll accept it. All right.
You could just rewind and find out.
I'll take it.
Prove you wrong.
I'll take it. Stop with the fucking boomers. Don't. I know. What happened when I was gone for like 2 seconds? Jeez. I come in and everyone's freaking out. Everyone take a hint and do what I'm about to do. Like, see this green? Like
Calm yourself
like
down.
that green is going to be consumed. That green.
Consume
Yeah.
the marijuana.
Not as long as boomers like Tyler exist. He's not even a boomer.
Dude, I'm literally 21 years old. I'm not a boomer.
I don't like. This is why I disregard the boomer thing and labels. Like this,
And it doesn't
means
even
nothing.
fucking make sense.
What does this mean? What has happened? And the week after, we drug bust featuring Ignore our dear leader Suzuki and Carl War Criminal Rove. Oh damn!
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna try to go sleep because I'm sad I lost my keys. My vibe is totally killed. Damn. Well, all right. Damn. But hey, I'll be willing to hang out Monday night or Tuesday, one of those days. So if you want to hit me up, then I'm ready to roll Stony. Fuck the drama.
Ready to roll the stony.
Yeah. How about we talk about like some interesting
wanna
philosophical
drink
shit,
something.
sir? It
Still
drinks.
got that rum.
Oh my god. Yes. It's on my shelf with the other drinks.
Rum
It's on my shelf with the rest of my drinks, or less, the rest of the bottles of
Hey,
what
we love you
was
too, Logan.
what once was drinks. Yes. Everyone is awesome. Have a great night, homies. Cool. See you around, bro.
Take a good old shot of rum. Here's the shot glass.
North Carolina. I don't even know where this shot glass came from, but I'm glad it's around. Or it says South Carolina, but yeah.
If only we had some rakia. So like
Logan
rakia's
of the
kind
Ignore Stream Logans? Yes,
Yes.
that one. Except for me, I'm stupid. I lost my keys. I've lost my fucking shit all the
What
time.
is that emoji that Stefan
So what
has?
happens? It's like clinging to a bruise. Cheers,
I've
that type
never
of thing.
like. There's so many emojis that I haven't even fucking seen.
Because I don't.
For
I've heard on Joe
emoticons.
Rogan that chimpanzees produce DMT in their pineal glands just when they do jiu-jitsu. I'm sure that happens. I'm sure it does pretty frequently.
That sounds logical.
I need to buy a shot glass for Irish car bombs next week.
Oh, that sounds fucking awesome.
That sounds epic.
Oh, you gotta drink it fast though, or else it's gonna taste terrible if you don't.
Yeah.
I forgot
Logan could be
exactly.
Tyler's boomer ass. Could be. So Logan will literally be the embodiment of Tyler's ass. Like Logan will literally be the ass of Tyler.
Yeah, maybe he's literal. He's talking about donkeys.
Like so literal that
So-
Logan's a donkey. Like he literally is like the creature, the donkey. Is that what we're dealing with here? Like
Better
is
than
this-
being an internet troll.
Hey, I'm an internet troll too. Okay, there's an art to it.
Well,
I
he's
think
he's
he
like
means
full neck beard.
Beat. Well, if you meant beat, well, that one I actually think is debatable. Like, I actually think it's a debatable argument whether you or Logan could beat one of each other's asses. I actually think there is a debate. You got the size and strength and just brute strength.
Yeah, but like he's got a good amount of brute strength too.
Yeah,
Though.
he also has speed, but I don't know about his endurance. You see,
I don't really have a lot of endurance.
yeah, but you don't need to use a lot of it because of your size and just bruteness. I mean, you might be a little smaller than him, but you just have all this like, that's just right
As
there.
long as I don't let him like grab me by the waist, I'm fine. Like if I just move around him as much as possible.
Well, if he does, then he can
But,
probably
like,
push him down, and then he
why
can get on
should
top
I
of him.
try to fight him? What's the point? We're friends.
Well, there is none, but it's a kind of a case.
speculative.
It's a case like study on like who's potentially stronger, or who could potentially one up the other.
Sandbox time.
Nah, they be fucking.
Ew.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
Rojokin is also high IQ. I hear he's good friends with Milan Usk. Milan Usk. Logan and Tyler are lovers. Tyler is the bottom.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
God.
Do you watch a lot of Yowie?
They don't fight because they are lovers.
Oh god.
Damn. Wow.
That's actually entertaining, but
Hold on.
only
Let's.
in an ironic way.
Let me go back to a quote here.
Ooh. These are some pretty good bars. Mind if I...
Yeah. Let me find a quote. Let me trying real hard there. Jimmy Whisper, 2019, 11:19 p.m. And now we're down to their lovers. It's not about strength. He's still here too. Logan's still here.
It's about experience. Yeah, that's actually true, though. It is about experience.
That is true.
It's about the mentality. Like
You have to
know,
like
how
have the
prepared you
knowledge.
are.
Well, the knowledge of like, hey, like, do I know how to like combat his shit? And
Yeah.
have I been in enough fights to know how to deal with shit like that? It's a multiple factors. I'm just talking about just like endurance, strength level case at this point. Like none of you have ever fought, but this is like your first time ever, like ever, and it's just you two deck it out. Like, I mean, who would win type of thing. That's kind of like where I was like, my hypothetical.
Logan's got a huge height advantage.
That's yeah. Like, I mean, he's
like
he's
you
a
can
little
see
taller
what's
than me.
going
Like,
on.
he's at least like an inch or two taller than me. So I mean, he's a tall son of a bitch.
It's
all about-
Oh my god.
When we were in the helicopter cavalry in Vietnam, we would use the M1919s to mow them down as they ran away. You'd have to lead as the target if you meet. Too many fights and hurt too many people. Wow.
Wait. It's
It's
about
about-
as good as
Fighting
Fog.
you,
fighting.
fought Tong. Well, not fighting you are simple as that. Oh, it's about how good you fight. Oh, okay, that's just like I read it like from that
Too many
fighting,
people.
but it was in the
It's
O's.
a typo.
Yeah.
An egregious typo.
Well, you gotta love mobile. The adrenaline makes you feel no pain. You don't know your own strength, and that I'm hurt no worse than you wanted to. Well, I mean, if you're in a
Makes sense.
fight, I mean, your intention is to at least subdue them. So, I mean, maybe, like, essentially, at least for me, in my case, if I were to be in a fight, would be to subdue and, incapacitate them to the point where they're not a threat. So, as long as they're just on the ground and down, like whatever, and just like ain't coming back up. Fatong, or I don't even know how do you pronounce that.
Chinese food.
Yeah, dude. Adrenaline can make you sloppy. Also true. Because then you're not thinking so much because all that blood adrenaline is just causing you to go haywire.
That's why like soldiers go through like years of rigorous training.
Yeah.
to
So
do
they
what
can
need to do.
which is why they train, because then they're able to train their mind to be more naturalized in those type of environments, especially in heat combat and stuff.
That no is just so out of context. Like,
Jimmy,
is he
do you know?
responding to the
Oh,
emoji?
it's Jerry Lawler. I'm not really Jim Cornette. Miss Stefan's cooking. Oh, you don't miss my cooking now. I'm just kidding. I mean, you're fucking with me generally all the time. If I end up cooking, I mean, I
We
made
all
that
just miss
fucking, I
Stefan
made
in
that lamb
general.
stew that one time, and that was like amazing,
Amazing.
amazing.
Where
And
was I there?
I think so,
Oh yeah.
I know Logan
I
was.
remember. That was fucking awesome.
dude. Oof, I gotta make that again.
I
at
don't
some
like
point.
using the word dank because the
It
literal
was.
definition of dank, like I'm not. Yours was delicious. The literal definition of dank is dark,
Amazing
wet,
green
cold,
kush.
and slimy. Like that's the origin. That's the like
It was
original
dark.
definition. The literal
was wet.
definition.
It had some nice, delicious slime to it. It just wasn't cold. You could, but
It was pretty warm.
it was warm dank. Okay?
Warm dank.
Stefan cooks dope meat with this Asada special. Oh, dude.
Beta.
Beta! Beta!
Beta.
Beta! The fish was ink.
Oh,
Meta!
yeah, that was
Meta!
incredible. Meta.
Meta beta! Delta.
Delta.
Delta. Dude, we just seen
Theta.
that.
Zeta.
Tremendous. This is Jesse Lee
Omega.
Peterson. He's the one who does amazing and beta.
The great Y hope.
Dude, we need to show Jesse Lee Peterson to Logan at some point, dude.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
It's gonna
Gamma.
break him.
Shout out to
Gamma.
World Peace. If only. Metabolic beta male.
Oh damn.
Metabolic beta male. It's basically what he does. I actually found out he was on Bill Maher's Politically Incorrect back in 2000.
Damn.
Yeah, he was a reverend at the time, so I know he's not trolling.
Whoa.
I can confirm now that Jesse Lee Peterson is definitely not faking anything.
Oh damn.
I honestly thought on some level he might have been an entertainer, but nah, he means it.
Damn. That's sad.
Executive order, legalize marijuana. Tremendous. He had many. You'd see
many
sipping on
strokes.
jug of hobo rock gut wine in
Ouch.
small Georgia town in 1898. Oh my god. 90% population died in the war of 1988, and the government covered it up.
The government covered it up.
I think it's an actual song. TJ sometimes will actually rammer that out. Stefan gets the basketball joke. I don't get basketball jokes. I don't get sport jokes
I
unless it's
remember
like
back
golf.
in high school, he was showing me clips of this, the basketball player. One, it was kind of a huge, okay, the people, responded to it as in, how inane and stupid it was, because this dude literally changed his name. Changed his name. On his identity and on his driver's license to be Meta World Peace. I forgot what his former name was, but yeah, he changed his name.
Changing your name I could care less about because that happens. But why the Meta World Peace?
I know. That's just ridiculous. Especially
Instead of naming yourself that, how about you advocate and push for that shit?
Yeah. And not only that, but
Virtue signaling bitch. Oh my
yeah,
god.
he not only is a virtue signaling asshole, but he doesn't
Wrong artist.
Ron artist. More like Ron autist.
Or the wrong artist to be putting Meta World Peace on his fucking name. Actually fucking
But what's ironic
he
is
changed
how
his name in China to the Panda's Friend.
the pandas.
Okay, you know what? That one's kind of funny. But I mean, I could let that slide because it's a little clever going to China and naming yourself the panda's friend. So when you like go to the zoos, I'm like, I'm the friend of the panda. I'm a panda's friend. I'm a friend of the panda. You know,
What
like
I find
that.
ironic is like how emotionally volatile he was in the games, though. So like, if you're an advocate for world peace, why are
We
you
call
getting
him Meta
in
World
fights?
Preach. We call him Meta World Peach.
Or Meta World Peach.
Well, it sounds about as soft as a peach.
And not only that, but like I remember seeing him like miss these free
Free throws.
throws. I don't know why my tongue is fucking up. And like,
How much you have to drink today, sir?
um,
Don't make me get the super fat fucking spotlight.
no, no, I don't want to go blind.
Burp. Oh my god, even Venom showed up this late at night. God damn, everyone. This is like the true family reunion right here now.
Dude, where have you been, Venom?
I mean, he's
Did
been
you
around
spend-
lately.
Did you spend 1,000 days in Sodom?
You know what? Yeah, where the fuck have you been around? You know, I've just noticed you've been back, and I never even asked where the hiatus has been. He used to go to the Japanese zoo and name himself the panda's friend. No, I need to go to that Fox Island and name myself the Fox's friend, and just literally like live on that island and just be around my friends. He was with that Carrie bitch.
Carrie, bitch. Oh, right.
Tyler's the friend of the cougar.
What cougar?
Which one?
There are quite a bit of cougars.
Lady cougars?
Well, yeah, we know. But
Wait,
like,
which
which
one?
lady cougar? We
I
already
think
knew what
just
you're
them on a
talking
broad
about.
subject, just on a broad, just all of them. Just fucking John Kerry.
Oh. Oh, God. If anything, John Kerry's been fucking the world with this foreign policy bullshit.
Yeah.
At least in the Obama administration.
MILF status. Yeah, John Kerry has got some hardcore MILF status going on.
Fucking the earth, you mean?
Yeah. I'm ashamed to have the last name Peterson. Yeah, you got Jesse Lee Peterson, Jordan Peterson. Are there any other Petersons we should be aware of?
Wait. There's one that's actually awesome. Kim Bendix Peterson. You know what his stage name is?
What?
Take a guess. He's from Denmark. He's very famous for wearing face paint, but he's not black metal. He wears a top hat. What's a really well
Just say it.
supposedly valuable jewel?
Diamond? King Diamond?
Yes. Yeah.
King
His
Diamond.
real name is Kim Bendix Peterson.
Okay. Jordan makes me want to suicide. Oh, man.
Oh.
John Kerry plus Hillary Clinton porno. That's a disgrace to the porn industry.
Ugh.
I agree with Logan, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that would
That
be
would.
disgusting.
I'd rather have John Bobbitt uncut, redone like 5 times over than that. That's natural porn, by the way.
Oh.
You know Bobbitt, Laura Bobbitt or whatever her name was, who cut the dude's dick. Well, got surgically reattached.
Oh god.
So he got in
Oh.
2 pornos. One it was called Bobbitt Uncut, and then the other one was called
Bobbitt
Frankenpenis.
Freaking penis.
Not as catchy, but more clever, I think. Uncut is just
Oh, fuck.
pretty clever and funny. John Bobbitt should cut his anus off and then get it reattached to do a gay porno.
Oh god.
Okay,
Okay, how is that physically possible? There's still a hole there. You mean like the outside of it?
Wow, how do you?
Oh god.
I'm trying.
Oh my
I'm
fucking god.
I am imagining how this could happen in my head, and it's so fucked up. No, stop. Carl, I wonder where your head is sometimes, okay? Like, God, what the ah, my God! I imagine
fucking
this
hilarious.
shit in my head, and it's like, dude,
You just imagine
my
like,
creative-
one person has
hold
a
the
knife,
shit-
it's like,
Stop!
for the love of God, my anus is bleeding!
I will shove your underwear down your throat like John Gacy and put you in my basement, okay? Or in my
I'm
crawl
gonna shove
space.
this hat in your anus, and then I'm gonna shove this while it's going off in your urethra.
Why not you just do that in my anus? Because then I'd blow up.
In there, stick it up your ass and light it.
Well, the thing is
I'm
with the
gonna
meth
stick him in
thing,
his urethra.
the thing is with the meth thing, this will cause me to actually explode. So this is better to have this go up, and plus, you know, it'd be more messy, but I mean, it'd work.
Explosive diarrhea.
This is ridiculous. Bad Carl, I am the liquor. It's the liquor. He's just look. It's okay. Look, I know Carl. What he does is he summons Jim Leahy into his soul, and this is what happens. It's okay. But the thing is, the problem is, I have a very creative imagination. So whenever I imagine shit, it's vivid as fuck. That's a blessing, but a curse. And whenever I imagine fucked up shit, it's a curse. God, I hate it.
Try to send him to the moon. Try to send him to the moon. You know, I don't know.
See, like I can just that would be amazing. That's funny to me.
Andrew.
Imagining just seeing a capsule of a human just being launched to the moon, just like, oh God, I'm seeing the moon. Just
Hey,
come
Andrew.
closer to me, ever so more.
Gangrene anus.
Is that one they don't wipe after a while?
Just enjoy that mental image. And like a perfect album, like a perfect
Shut.
grindcore band name right there. Gangrene anus.
I saw homeless niggas get blown up by mines in Bosnia. Yeah, I thought it was funny.
You've ever heard of gerbling?
Well, I guess that's where the link is. Seeing a bunch of homeless bastards in Bosnia get mined with some mines on some random farms.
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
Well, there were literal mines and like farms and what.
Oh
There
yeah,
were home-
like there was a Bosnian genocide.
Yeah.
In the
So
90s.
what? So there's still mines left over and shit, and there's still homeless people there and shit. I guess some people will literally like pay them in liquor, and just have them run out in the field. And
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
yeah, well,
And they don't even know that the mines are there.
I don't know if that is this close to them or not, but they
Hey, I give you liquor and you go out in the field.
and
Well,
go.
that sounds easy.
Bogle through this street, this vodka's amazing. Oh god, my legs, I'm 10 feet. Oh god, I feel 10 feet in here. My legs are gone. I don't feel pain. Oh, this vodka.
It's rats. Rats are eating what's left of my leg. I cannot feel it though.
Shit wins. There was a farmer in the village who would pay homeless in bottles of liquor, run them to the fields to detonate them. They knew the risks.
Oh fuck.
If I was a homeless guy, I would
Yeah.
take the liquor and just say fuck you and leave. Like, hey, liquor.
Unless
Thank.
the farmer's got a gun or smuggled it.
It's Bosnia. I'm sure they have a gun, but if I'm a homeless guy, I'm sure I found one somewhere else.
Maybe.
You know what? You know what? If I did, I'd just do a homeless coup and just take the farm and just like rise up against
Hobo coup.
the homeless
The
coup,
Hobo Brotherhood.
the Hobo Brotherhood, Commonwealth, the United Hobo Commonwealth.
Everyone will flee from our horrible stench.
If you time it right, you can gallop across and hit the deck. So if you time it right, potentially you can survive and not die.
Other than that, yeah, give me blown to pieces. That'd be cool.
I
They
know
use
that,
compressed air to launch out of the ground. Yeah, so they're Betty mines, basically.
I know that
like
some rats
bouncing
were,
Betties.
I know that some rats were actually trained to defuse mines.
Yeah. Same
That's fucking awesome.
yeah, you can train animals. It's not
It's
that.
like they're light enough not to trigger it.
yeah,
And
but
so
then
what they could do is just like, unwire it without,
yeah, because
triggering the
you can
mind.
train them to be like, hey, there will be a treat at the end of this.
Yeah, exactly. They're like given an incentive of little bananas or plantains.
Or a little cheese or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So pretty much they're like bouncing Betties. So yeah,
Oh, fuck.
potentially could time it right and survive. The anti-armor mines are magnetically activated. Will only be set off with tractor. Farmers have farm equipment to blow up. Huh. So they'll be like, hey, roll this over to that field. It's my old piece of shit tractor I replaced. Don't explain why. Just do it. Oh my god. Crazy. Damn.
Radio in the background here. The Anti-armor mines are magnetically activated and will only be set if so let's do this more times. Serbs will bury the aircraft bomb under the mines of the UN minefield detonated.
Damn. Speaking of Eastern Europe, one of my friends went to Bulgaria, and apparently the booze is super cheap there. Hell yeah. Like, good vodka is $5 a bottle.
Oh,
Dude. Time to get some Slavic vodka.
I want to fucking go to
Dollar
Bulgaria.
shots? Dude.
Dollar shots.
Dude.
We're talking good shit, or like, or is it like?
It's
really...
probably due to the exchange rate. Their dollars worth less compared to the US dollar. That's probably why.
Oh,
So
damn.
we're pretty much rich fucks to them
So
to
like,
some extent.
if we were to travel there with only $35 there, we could be considered wealthy,
No,
moderately wealthy.
no. I'm sure if you went with like $300, you could definitely live pretty nicely for a week if you're going to be there for like tour reasons.
Oh, dude, that's kind of cool.
Bulgarians drink
But also
rakia
kinda
mainly
sad. Well, I
for
don't know
brandy,
if it's-
and they don't ID at all. They use the euro. I think it's worth more. Oh, euro, really? It's probably the value of the euro is less in that country than maybe in Slovakia, plum brandy, Balkan
What's the
countries don't
catch
ID for
though?
alcohol.
Is
usually.
Bulgaria dangerous?
Bulgaria uses the lev. The lev. They use the lev. All that love. I'm gonna
Wait,
call it the
the
love
lev?
now. I'm gonna call it love now.
Is that so? Wait, what is the lev?
I'm pretty sure it was just a mistype, maybe. Has a lot of migrants, mafia, etc.
Oh shit!
Has way lower crime rate than US. Gypsies.
Oh,
you know, a lot
damn.
of the world has fucked up priorities, but North Korea has legal weed and we don't.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
Kim Jong Un. You know, Kim Jong Un
Fuck the
smokes
US.
cigarettes. Dude.
Just straight up fuck the
I need to
US.
show you this video, bro.
If North
Hey.
Korea has legal weed before we do, we're fucking up badly. Ireland legalized gay marriage before the United States did, and they are like mega like fanatic. Like that's fucking sad.
You need, dude. Kim Jong Un. Dude, there's a video of Kim Jong Un literally smoking cigs. Dude, you should watch it. It's actually kind of interesting, bro. Dude, look it up.
I am fat boy, smoking cigarettes, micro penis.
Dude, you should see him light a cigarette. It is so suave and it's quite fascinating, dude. Lev is still the currency. Lev was currency in the 90s. Oh, so it is Lev. Okay. Here, let me make sure it's the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. I want to show the chat
Alright.
too at one point because there's a moment where,
think you might want to increase the brightness.
yeah, the brightness is. There we go. Good enough.
Very dim.
The recording is a while away, but oh, here, that's him ashing it. Some I think are too. There he is. I was about to light it here in a sec. Right there. Watch. Boom. Just... Oh, look, he doesn't litter. He doesn't litter, bro. He doesn't just toss it. He puts it back in. But dude, that was suave. Like, let's watch that again. That was suave. I don't even. Just boom,
Dapper as fuck.
dude. Honestly, he's not a psycho. He's a cognitive
He's a cognitively,
Like,
he's a pathologically sane person, actually.
and yeah, very intelligent actually.
It's just what's really insane is just the regime.
It's the administration, and plus he was born into it, so you can send.
Yeah.
I know he definitely has a sense of ego. Of course he does.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
like he was.
But a sane
born
person
into
can
a-
have an ego, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Went to
Wait,
Bulgaria.
what the
Is
fuck? A chimpanzee? Okay, no.
fuck ads.
Yeah, fuck ads.
Mafia everywhere. Oh damn, dude. So basically, don't piss anyone off in Bulgaria, and you'll be okay. My friend absolutely swore about it. The German money the EU forces on everyone else to use. What city? Sofia. I went to Gosha Delchev
Holy
province
shit! No, this is
along the
true.
Macedonian border. Damn. Very rural.
Yeah. It's real. It's a fucking, like, I'm not exactly sure what kind of primate.
Damn, look at him, bro. Look at him. Bruh. And they say we aren't related to them. Capital City is safe. Not primarily. He was there for 4 months and went to Sofia a couple of times. So how many countries did Yugoslavia fragment into again? 5, 6?
Sounded pretty interesting to go
I think
to.
like 6, maybe. There's Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia, Herzegovina. I think they're actually technically one place. It depends on whether you recognize Kosovo.
It'd be kinda
Kosovo, I
cool
guess, yeah.
To like visit Poland too.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I mean, I wonder what it'd be interesting to see if, like, those Balkan states all try to, like, you know, form a Yugoslavia again or something. Croatia, Serbia, Slovenia, Kosovo, Macedonia, Montenegro. Okay. It'll be kind of interesting if they all try to establish a Yugoslavia again and made it work. Oh, actually, I'm kind of curious, like, what actually made it fall? I mean, I don't really know too much about the history, to be honest, you know. We could probably look it up, actually. I mean, you know.
Wait, what? I wasn't listening.
Yugoslavia was a fucked idea like Iraq. Oh, really? I mean,
Listen,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it might be a little... I don't know. I feel like it's somewhat different, but again, I don't know too much of the history of the place, like I said, so... I mean, it's just kind of going off what I kind of think a little bit on the issue, but... Soviet Union, well, started with World War I. It could work if it was composed of secular ethnicities and they could settle their grievances since the late 19th century.
yes.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think
There.
I think it is possible that there could be grievance settling, you know, eventually. The thing is that has to eventually happen within, like, their cultures and shit, and, like, how the people think about their nation, their neighbors, essentially. And my thing is, I don't know if what type of progress, or if there is any, towards that type of philosophy for those people there, you know? Yugoslavia was one of those bad ideas spawned by the end of World War I, like Czechoslovakia or the entire Middle East. Serbs, Croats, Montenegrins, and Bosnians all speak a standardized Shtokavian language. Huh. Formed out of the old R. Huh. Yeah, like, I mean, there's... Like, I think one thing that would definitely need to happen in order to keep stability is is to allow, like, the provinces of, like, what used to be the countries still have autonomy for themselves, essentially. Formed out of the territory of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Oh, yeah, that is right. I do remember the Austro-Hungarian Empire was all the way down there. I know in Hearts of Iron 4, there's alternate history where you can try to reestablish the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, either by Austria or by Hungary. It's actually pretty cool. Actually, I don't know if it's by Austria. I never decide to go with Austria, honestly, because they get Anschlussed, basically, like, in a second. They just get annexed pretty quick. Austria didn't have the focus for it. Hungary does. Okay. I think someone made a mod for it, and I have it on, so it does for me, but that's just because someone made a mod for it. I do that for, like, some minor nations, because I love playing minor nations, but they're making more nations that don't have that as much, so it's like, fuck yeah. Awesome. You know? It's been carved up by many empires, the Ottomans before the Austrians. The Villiers Governorate buildings are some dope museums now. Oh shit, cool. Austria usually gets annexed by Germany pretty quick. Oh yeah. I'm actually thinking about doing Let's Plays as France, where I'm the French commune, and I establish, like, a European, like, international, like, Congress or some shit. Like a workers' Congress or some shit or something, you know? But like I did one video, but it's long, like 2 hours, and I want to try to make these at least like an hour to an hour and a half. So even people that don't watch me yet, who happen to just see it, are like, all right, I could sit for an hour and a half and chill, watch a Let's Play. Do the Senor Trotsky mod where Trotsky rules Mexico. I should do that. Like if because that'd be pretty interesting. Like pretty much overrides the whole thing where he starts a movement in Mexico because he's exiled in Soviet Union, and there's potential where he could. Honestly, I think there was even like let's say he never did get assassinated. I can actually see potential of him starting a type of like a revolution in Mexico during his reign, during his time there. And for there, I can potentially. I wouldn't see him be like a leader, but I can definitely see him being a potential like figurehead, very close within the politics of the people running it.
Were you talking about Leon Trotsky?
Yeah, like if he wasn't assassinated, because he was in Mexico City when he got killed. So he had a lot of affiliates. So was writing books during that time. So I'm thinking like if he didn't get assassinated, like what if like I can see him helping form movements. You get a political option to prank call Stalin. That's funny. We drove past his house in Mexico City. No shit. I'd love to visit it, honestly. It was a dope house to die in a beautiful neighborhood of a beautiful city. Damn. One of the focuses is to mock Stalin's mustache. Dude, that's amazing. That is just awesome. That's just awesome. I actually want to try to do like a Latin American like unified union of some sort. Not like conquer any. I want to do a challenge. Don't conquer anyone, and don't go to war with any of them. That's the challenge. Do it all peacefully. Because the key is with Latin America, U.S. guarantees the independence of practically every fucking nation. So if I go to war with any of them, the U.S. is on my ass. And then they're not going to declare peace, and they're just going to want to wreck the shit out of me. So no thank you. So that's the challenge. Like, that's kind of the key idea to try to do it. Now, not every nation is, but that I said, I want to try to keep that doctrine. Plus, that could probably help me with relation improvement. So my idea is like, I don't know which country I choose, but with one of like the little mods that people have made, I want to do probably like a more one of the more profound ones, like Colombia or Brazil or something, and then from there, just go try to do it. Like, I won't do it as a Let's Play because I feel like I want to try to see if this can actually work peacefully first. And not necessarily do so without firing a single shot. Build up a military just in case. It's always a good idea, especially with this game. But in real life, let's say this was happening, I won't do it. But in the game, I'm gonna do that. So it will be like, what do I do from here? So I think from there, what I do is, if I got established, I'd probably then go after the U.S. with like a whole coalition of forces. That'd be insane. That'd be pretty crazy. Like a whole like Central Southern American like invasion. That sounds so just out of context. That just sounds so bad. Oh man, Tyler, dude. Imagine like a coalition of the Central Southern American states and just invades the U.S.
Holy fuck.
Out of context.
They have every right to.
Out of context, that sounds so bad, but oh my god.
They have every right to, because we fucked them for like almost hundreds of years.
FBI, open up. Oh shit, bro. Oh shit, we're busted. We're busted, bro. I would say play as USA, but their focus tree breaks if you do anything but democratic. I know. That's kind of my problem. Like, I'm like, damn, some of these like nations are strictly just for
a multitude of different authoritarian regimes that were backed by the U.S. This is,
of course,
this is confirmed.
Oh shit, Tyler's an undercover FBI agent. Get down.
No, I'm Get down on the ground! You farted! It's dangerous! It sends methane emissions! Put your hands away from the bong! Put the bong down!
I haven't even touched the bong, you cunt. Wow. You're more like Baltimore police than the FBI right there. Well, actually, you're more...
No, I'm more like the LA police.
Yeah, because you sent warnings first.
We need... Like, when you're the LAPD, you need to shoot at least one civilian. It's just... It's just what you do when you're
But
in
first,
LA.
but you have to have at least give the warning. In Baltimore, you have to shoot at least 2, but you don't have to give a warning. You can just do it.
Also in LA...
Baltimore is a failed city. My point exactly. Like, you want to know why we haven't gotten anyone from Baltimore yet? 1, we're not that big. 2, because it's gone. It's just
gone.
It's just gone.
It's fucking gone.
Smells like air pollution. I bet. I bet it's like literally it's what the future looks like. It's Fallout like in a little area. You know what I mean?
Oh god.
Germany breaks if you're not fascist. Russia breaks if you're not commie. France has a flexible focus tree. I haven't played Britain, so I don't know if they break. Japan breaks if you're not fascist. Yeah, France is flexible, which is why I like them because you can go left or authoritarian. So it's because of the history of them. Like they were the French Communist Party was pretty popular then, and then there was also the Vichy France, which was the fascist puppet state. So they need to be flexible. Make sure to shoot a crying child in the house if you busted into. Yep, that too. Carl, have you been to Baltimore? It smells like Jesse Lee Peterson ate sriracha, collard greens, and ate some bad acid. Ooh. I used to live in Maryland. Ooh. Ooh. So he has visited Baltimore. Oh, Robert comes back. I need to get an 8th from him or something. I can't re-up until Tuesday, and I'm kind of... That's kind of it. Until...
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Then I got a weed rations.
Yeah. So, I'm sitting here waiting. Maryland is a horrible, nasty place. Oh my god. You should conquer the world as New Zealand with Ultimate Tank, the Bob Semple tank.
But like some fucking Maori metal in the background.
Dude, I never even heard of this tank. I want to see what this tank looked like.
Whoa.
Look it up on like Google Images or something.
So wait, a New Zealand tank?
Glorified tractor with guns. Look it up. Yeah, dude. The tractor with guns. On like, I think it's Google Images will definitely be the best. I'll give us like a direct like bam, like a.
Where's my chrome? Oh, okay.
Russia JLP is 69 years old. Oh my god. The Bob Semple was a World War II project tank with tractor, corrugated metal, and machine guns. Oh my god. Dang, Maryland sounds bad. Don't make me get a piece on my now!
The fuck?
You faggot!
What did you even say? It's just this
Exactly.
raspy shrieking.
The Bob Semple. Semple.
Bob Simple?
S-E-M-P-L. E.
Oh, simple. Okay.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
Let me see that.
What? That is bizarre.
Oh my god. What? This is beautiful. This is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Oh my god. Ministry of Works, Tamuka. Main armament, 6 Bren 303 machine guns. Jeez. Armor, 8 to 12.7 millimeter. So, the final result, in the end, due to their impracticality, the tanks were disposed of by the Army. They have been given Army serial numbers NZ6292, held in Papakura, and NZ3494 and NZ3495, held at Burnham. One went to the Pacific in 1944 after being stripped of its armor. Oh. Design. What was the purpose of this? Like I said, about had no indigenous armor fighting vehicle industry. Oh. Armor fighting vehicles would be provided from Britain. Well, that worked, didn't it? Australia and New Zealand did have some heavy industry that could be turned into production of armor and armored vehicles, but little had been done. Wow. Wow. It's a beautiful thing. I'm trying to see more images of this thing. Is there more pictures besides that one tiny little, like... That's such a tiny little picture. Is there more?
It's like a ziggurat if it was a tank.
Oh my god, dude, look at that!
Really?
Look at that little thing!
That is so bizarre.
Its purpose was to escort infantry. If the boss symbol had sent to Europe, the Germans would have died of laughter. Dude, for real, bro, that thing is it's kind of adorable, actually. There was a bigger version called the Big Bob. Oh my god, we gotta see the Big Bob. I don't think the Bob symbol would have been so bad.
Damn.
Wait, there's a meme of it?
Yep.
What's the meme say?
Bob Simple, we want to tell you how epic you are. Oh no, he has AirPods. Oh god, this can't be happening. He can't hear us.
Alright, okay, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
There's one called the Big Bob. Try to look that up. The Big
I
Bob.
still tried to entertain it as best as I could.
If you're a Japanese soldier who's been sweating away on a Philippine island, you would be scared shit out of you regardless. It would have been fine as an escort tank. Oh, yeah.
Big Bob tank.
Or, like, have an elongated version where there's, like, a...
And you know what's actually nice is that it's actually the first result before Big Chungus.
Damn.
Which is nice.
What does it look like?
It actually looks very similar. Not the same, but similar.
Oh, I see it. Oh my god. Well, this is actually literally in Hearts of Iron 4.
I'm gonna get some rum.
Super every tanks are... Well, that's the Big Bob. It looks like it has a Big Bob on its front and on its top there. It's quite the Bob.
Oh, I'd show my Big Bob, but that would get us banned from YouTube, or at least age restricted.
Please don't.
You want to see it, boy?
No, I don't. Well, the Big Bob. The Big Bob. As soon as he came up on AT, it would have been a burning wreck. That's true. It would have just been just a nothingness. It just would have been just a husk of nothing. A husk. A mere husk of what was a humble little tractor. Bob the Tractor. Simple History has a good video why Bob Symbol was a terrible tank. Damn. You could probably tip it over. Probably, dude. Damn, that thing probably looked like it would just be very pathetic on to just like tip over, to just like explode. The A7B was originally a tractor. At least they made sure that thing was like not gonna tip over and it had a big fat gun right in front of it.
Oh yeah, here's the rum. Here comes the rum. Do 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 do.
We're not looking for your UFO sightings and so forth, for exploring some of the commonalities between UFO alien encounters, contacts, and other contact modalities.
Still pretty strong.
Well, it didn't get weaker.
Tastes good though.
You want the what the fuck tank? Look up the SAR tank. Oh, I've seen the SAR tank, dude. That thing's crazy looking. That thing is absurd.
Oh man, fuck daylight savings time. It's already midnight.
What? Saving time happened?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Actually, I just overheard on the radio, but you know,
Oh,
means that it's gonna be, you know, every clock's gonna have to be set an hour forward.
We just don't need daylight savings time anymore. It's just obsolete.
I'm pretty sure the idea of the SAR tank was able to fire downward in trenches and ravines. Probably.
I think I might have drank that.
The wheels were meant to
Too
be
much.
traverse into the gaps and trenches of soft marshland. Yeah, but then it got stuck in it and it didn't work out.
Damn. Your crush. Her father. Her mother. You. That's fucking awesome. Holy fuck. I think I might have drank that too much, because, like, I drank, like, about that much that came into the shot.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope that doesn't poison me too much.
Your crush, Jammu and Kashmir. Her father, India. Her brother,
Oh.
Russia. Her ex, England. Damn. Her stalker, China. You, Pakistan.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Oh, God.
Ouch. Your crush, Danzig. Her father, Poland. Her brother, France. Her ex, Lithuania. Her crush, England. Her ex, you,
Oh.
Germany. Damn.
Damn.
Roast. What Europe would have looked like after World War II ended. If it wasn't for America. Damn.
God.
Beautiful.
This is what it came to, guys. We lost 3 audience members because it just came to, you know, us just looking at memes. 2 autists just looking
Turkey.
at memes on
Turkey
their phone.
dislikes their government protests. Brazil dislikes their government protests. Bulgaria dislikes their government protests. America dislikes their government, complains on the internet. Okay, you know what? Touche. You know what? Touche.
Wait, what was this? Political compass.
Oh wait, no, it's not political compass.
Right.
Big McDonald's.
It was
workers
retard
in
time,
all
a time of great
countries.
liquor. Oregon and Washington have partner bills to have the states go to PDT year-round. Whoever designs their Churchill was an idiot. Europe would have been 100% more commie if it wasn't from America. Yeah. Or if Trotsky was still there, it would have just been total commie.
Damn.
Huh.
That's actually living proof. So Finland, that's the price for Big Mac. Norway, that's the price for Big Mac. Sweden, they just like converted it to dollars.
Yeah.
And then they're actually paid like $18 an hour, like equivalent. They use different currency, obviously, but like, damn, that's incredible.
I like how they use just the Scandinavian countries.
Yeah.
I like how Sweden is just the only one that's a little bit more expensive, but
McDonald's can afford to pay all workers $15.
maybe not Spain, though. Spain had a habit of civil warring. Yeah. They are more reliable in muddy trench conditions than Kalashnikov. Fight me. Really? I honest, the AK was literally built to drug through hell and still work. Dude, there's literally fucking torture tests I've seen on YouTube of the AK surviving the fucking AR.
Damn.
He's just looking up memes now. Soviets built most of their weapons to be idiot-proof.
That's true, though.
The IR is less likely to even get mud in it to begin with. Your point? When it does, though, it fucks up. The AK, sure, is likely to get mud in it, but ain't gonna fuck up that much if it does. So, what the fuck is this meme? This
I don't know,
looks
it just
like it
looks
was
like
drawn by
somebody
an
made
8-year-old artist,
Like,
dude.
yeah, like on MS Paint.
Dude, this is... Oh my god. We are
I think
so
I need to
union,
eat something
big
to
and
soak
strong.
up that fucking alcohol.
Nothing can
I'm feeling it,
stoppings us. We
Stoppings
are
us.
goal warriors. Ryu.
Oh my
Goal
god.
Ryu. We trust no one's, not even ourselves. By singing this treaty. Oh God! We are under the trusts that we are not attacking each other. Ah? Yeah. Or da. Dude, this is so bad. I actually...
It is incredibly bad.
Can we... Like, I legitimately want to, like, show people this horrible meme. I'm trying to... I just want to view... Okay, whatever.
I mean, okay, fine. It summarizes the history pretty well, but...
No, not even, dude. So... Don't even mind the text. Just mind the shit artwork, dude. By the way, you can kind of see some of it bad. This is meant to say glorious, but it's like Glorio.
Unless it was like on purpose.
Oops.
Some memes do that.
I don't
They'll
think...
intentionally
Dude,
misspell
this is not
things.
on purpose, bro. This is not on purpose. Well, someone's idea to make sure that happened was on purpose, but the misspellings were not on purpose.
Thanks for giving my phone back.
I'm sorry, I had to, like, ensure that the people understood and knew the terrible...
How cringe this is. Oh my god, there's more. What the fuck?
That's worse! Dude, you need to break out of the I don't know if that's even a dopamine loop. Break out of whatever cycle you're in, bro. You're in for a bad trip, dude. Dude, I know you... Look, the acid's kicking in, bro, alright? You need to just break out of that cycle and just enjoy the ride, bro. Enjoy the ride. It's okay, man. It's alright. Just take some deep... Alright? Yeah, I did. No, I know I didn't. Okay? I like to dream. A man could dream, can he not? Oh, great. This doesn't want to send all... Come on. Scroll down. Overall, more practical. Clash taller dirt inside of it, but it's better to get in there in the first place. Well, it's... okay.
What the fuck is this?
I have no idea.
Bizarre.
But in the muddy hell of trench warfare, that's impossible.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Or just war in general. Yeah, the collection of survival point of sanity. Yo, but that's not entirely the case. Well, I'm not making the point of a sanity, case, but my point is it's gone through, it's meant to, like, the whole concept of the weapon is it's going to get dirty and muddy and it's going to get, you know, fucked up while in the course of combat. I mean, the idea is when cleaned up, or even when slightly cleaned up, or just not even really touched that much, the whole idea is it can still operate with minor maintenance, essentially. So, I mean, again, it's not always the case, and also depends the manufacturer of that Kalashnikov as well. So, I don't know. It's a mute point, I feel like. I can guarantee the AK will work 90 to 100 times when dirty wordy AR would jam more often in those conditions. Which happened very frequently in Vietnam. Not so much for the AK, though.
Damn, we got a first Great War propaganda poster right here. Treat them rough. Join the tanks. United States Tank Corps.
Damn. Well, there's better quality ones, so there's another one. Oh, this is the full one. Open to fighting men, all classes 18 to 45. Apply at 1800 East Street. Damn. It was recruitment. Watch the link. I can't. Do you want the stream to suddenly end, sir?
Dude, I'm kind of feeling that shot. I don't think I need any more.
After seeing those fucking stupid memes, I guess I'll just take my own damn little shot. You brought it out here, you got me fucking talking into it, I guess.
That was a fucking horrendous meme.
Dr. Bird, Jamaica, Ramon. Original M16s were so unreliable, they prefer they had the old carbines and M1 Garands instead. I'll shot to that one. Be a little chaser, at least so. Not boys. Old man needs his beauty sleep. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're just gonna slay. You're just gonna lay in bed and just listen. Just gonna listen off in the background. That's what you're gonna do, boy. That's what you're gonna do. Oh, dude, you wanna know what I was fucking like overhearing on my lunch today, dude?
What's that?
My dad was fucking on the phone with one of his friends or whatever. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're doing some retarded conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Well, not conspiracies, just literal nonsense. Like, let me try to remember what he was even fucking saying. So for like the whole climate change thing, like he's saying, oh, you know, they just hire scientists to be like, oh yeah, we can research and prove whatever you want. And he's like, yeah, that's not science though, and whatever. And then another one is like it was saying that it's not science, it's politics or whatever. It's just like that doesn't make sense for one. Anyway.
If anything, like,
Hold on, like
it's
here.
the other way around.
Yeah, but anyway, so another one was that like we get solar energy literally all the time, no matter what. We don't need like solar panels and shit. Like we already like that because the sun is basically our solar energy and shit.
That's like saying we don't need to drink water because we have the oceans. That's a fucking dumb argument.
So yeah.
Jesus Christ, that is retarded.
And another dude, oh my god. He literally is just spewing literal fucking like talking points of like fossil fuel industries. It's like, dude, oh my god. I wanted to like explode on him, but I was on lunch and he was on the phone and it was just like, ugh! It's like some people just can't get away with saying shit like that. It's like, what the fuck? It's like they can't just get away with being so fucking wrong. It's like, how can you be so fucking wrong and just get away with it? Have you watched Flat Earth documentary on Netflix yet? I heard that's been like, just like imploding the Flat Earth community, dude. I heard it's like making them implode in themselves. Far right don't care about environment; they care about industry maximizing profits. Well, yeah, I kind of figure this, but oh my god, I wish he would actually be in here so I could fucking challenge him on it, but he's not, and it's so fucking dumb, dude. Because it's like I act like. Oh my god, it makes no sense, dude. It just makes no sense. One of them is literally claims CO2 is the foundation of life. Carbon and oxygen separately are fundamentals of life, but not carbon dioxide, which is a compound. Carbon and oxygen.
Oh, weird touch me there.
Carbon
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
and oxygen are fundamentals of life.
This is something I agree. Yes. As well as water.
CO2 is not a fundamental foundation of life.
Naturally, there just needs to be a balance, and we have an excess of CO2.
There's a KKK doc and alt-right doc on Netflix that infuriates me when they interview these Nazi idiots. This is why sunlight is the best disinfectant. Because we could watch these documentaries and then we could be like, wow, look how stupid these people sound. And what their ideology is. Wow, dumb. Let's laugh at it. Heh, you're dumb. That's why sunlight's the best disinfectant.
I think beheading should be legalized.
Well, you can go to Saudi Arabia.
No, I mean here, you know, just
What should be legalized? What?
beheading.
Beheading?
Well, Saudi Arabia has it pretty nice and standardized in their death penalty. I mean, it's
what are you
public.
talking about? People lose their heads all the time over here. We don't need it.
I mean, basically guillotine and everything, you know. And actually,
Well, we can call the French for the guillotines.
You gotta put your head in there. And
Buddy
that's
boy.
a simple way, and you know you don't see it coming because your eyes are towards the cement or wherever. So
You know, technically, you might be alive for at least another minute before after you get beheaded because you know the shock and the oxygen in your body or in your brain.
does it do like a chicken when the head is cut off? And you flip
Well,
the head?
your body won't. Well, your body will probably jolt and freak out because it's like, oh shit, you know, I lost my head. But then your brain will be like, I lost my body, and it will just you'll you'll twitch and freak. Both parts will be twitching and freaking out, but you would have lost your vocal cords, so you won't be able to say anything, and you wouldn't be able to utter anything, whether you're trying to say anything or not, or your brain's trying to. But
Come back here, head.
or like you won't be able to utter anything. And
That's what your mind's thinking.
well, yeah, I mean, that's essentially what's happening. It's like, but the thing is, we can't really study
don't really
whether you
have-
really are or not because the only time they've ever done these studies was in France with like the last like 5 beheadings they did legally. Like, I mean, the last like legal executions of beheading. Like they studied those, and those were like in the 1800s, and that came really inconclusive because they didn't have the technology to truly research like the neurological what happens and shit. You know, whether like
They
that
legit don't
brain
care.
activity
They won't
is
care
still
until
like.
they have a
So we have the
migrant crisis and
technology
it's
now
too
to
late.
actually behead somebody and just
Well, but there's the efficacy point there, though. There's
wait. Pedophiles.
That's still
No, pedophiles
no,
don't
it's-
deserve to live.
Like I didn't.
By definition, pedophiles don't deserve to live.
Okay, no, like there's an efficacy thing. Like no, like I mean, you just can't like just fucking behead people. Like
You can behead pedophiles. They're not
It's
technically
for
people.
oh no, I mean,
Wouldn't you give your head for science?
well,
When
I
it comes to science, fuck morality, man. Fuck morality.
dude, like I didn't say morality. I said efficacy. Those are different things. Efficacy and morality are definitely two different things.
I know, but like,
This just went south really bad. There's always a
Back
reasonable
where I'm
doubt
going.
issue. Wait, what's on what? That's drop blood pressure and make you instantly
I want
unconscious.
to
Blood-
see how long it takes for you to die after I want to know how many times it
What if
takes
the
for
new
me to
evidence
fuck
comes
you in
up
the
in
ass
case
before you
it-
die.
The charges are dropped. Boom. Because 4% people on death row are actually innocent.
That's
Because
true, though, yeah.
so, I mean, this fat munchkin is purring and just. Oof.
yeah, Martha, Brandon's mother,
Mm-hmm.
worked in the that part of the prison.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
She told me stories about and everything else.
About like some of the crazy shit that
Yeah.
The problem is, I mean, it's not set towards rehabilitation, so they're not actually like learning anything. They're just just in perpetual loop, not actually learning anything about it. You know, delving into their psyche a bit and trying to like solve some problems or whatever. This is just a fat boy, just a fatty bagatti.
Oh, do you want to get your scales and get?
Oh yeah. The scales are I think right there. I think I see it just. Oh no, that's the light. Where is it?
I think it's.
Oh, I see it. It's right. Dork. It's right here. But I got a little. Oh, I got this. This will work.
Sure had a lovely bottle.
I got one right here.
Okay.
I mean, I got my jar over here too, so I can put it in there after this. Got this big boy. Oh God, like he's really just.
He loves you, man.
Well, no, I don't care. I mean, he's here. It's just like he has
So big.
he like consumes my entire lap, like every bit of
enormous.
it.
He's barely over a year old, and he's like fucking enormous.
That's
That's a cougar. It's gotta be something.
a
more
little
than
mini
that.
cougar, dude. Look at this big boy. He has little feet poking out right here, right over here. There's his little foot poking out. This is just so funny right here. It's just like, it's like in a little angle.
And I've had plenty of cats on my laptop, but I have never seen one that actually would want to curl up and
Just be right here and just like chill.
And most of them,
And just like,
most of them like leave me alone, feed me, and whatever. The rest
and
of
just
them
will
leave me
chill.
alone.
Yeah. Because for the most
That's
part,
what-
that's how they operate. But I feel like now that, I think now we're starting to see like the slow evolution of like cats kind of catching up with like dogs in the sense of like how they interact with humans. Because
I
now,
can kind of see that. Yeah.
yeah, because we've had dogs domesticated a lot longer than cats, and because cats have been domesticated, I mean it's kind of relative of how you perceive what you see as domestication, but
Dude, Egyptians had cats.
yeah, and yeah, because a lot of it came from the agriculture, at least at first, where
The cats would
rats
kill
and
the
pests
pests.
will attack our agriculture, but the cats will by nature come by and hang out and deal with the pests, and then the animal, and then we noticed this, and we're like, hey, these cats are actually kind of cool, we should keep them, and then we would kind of feed them and keep them kind of close, and eventually they just kind of chill and do their own thing. But I feel like Bandit's like one of the few cats that we're starting to see where they're like, well, they act more dog-like, where they're like, hey, we're gonna like be really chill and hang out, be very sociable. Kind of like how a lot of dogs can be.
Oh God.
Wow, big boy. You're just a shed master, though. And you're just a fucking cougar, dude. Just a fat, huge cougar.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, will always be used as a weapon by government. Ever heard of Red Scare McCarthyism? What if government declared vaguely defined communist or any other political label for that matter and started sentencing them to death to call opposition enemies of the state? I mean, on some level, like, Trump secretly was actually literally, like, been spying on journalists, too, and shit. That's recently came out, too, where it's like, it's like, what? You're literally, like, spying and cracking down on journalists? Like, okay, that's, like, okay. Like, okay. Now that is, like, some serious legal ramifications right here. It's like, hold up, what's, like, alright. We got some serious issue right there. Oh, what the hell? Is there no batteries in here? 9!
Huh? What is it?
Are the batteries dead? No? Okay. I guess maybe we're just loose. Damn, this stuff smells fire, man. Woo! I can't... What does it taste like when you smoke it? Is it like super strong flavors and tastes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll let you hit this, but this is moot out. I'll let you hit this if you want to. But it's moot. It's right here,
It's
blow
moot?
your way if you want to
Alright.
hit this.
Yeah, I'll take it real quick. Let's wipe it real quick. Never know. I just do it as a habit, not even myself.
That's a pretty good idea. Because I had the measles.
What?
I said I had the measles.
I actually stopped smoking mid-smoke to like be like, did he fucking say measles?
Well, I mean, you're already vaccinated, though. You wouldn't be able to catch it.
And if I wasn't, then herd immunity. But I'm pretty sure I was. I'm pretty sure I'm vaccinated on that one.
Yeah, I'm also vaccinated. Like, you know, it's all those...
I know I
basic
have been
vaccines.
vaccinated for multiple different things. So I just don't know whether it's like actual, like, hey, is it like for measles? But I know I have a chickenpox vaccine for sure. I actually found like a random little paper of like my birth details. So like it'll be like vaccines given at birth or like a few months afterwards. I don't even know how I found it, but I don't even know where it was, to be honest. But I just found it somewhere. And then what was I about to say? And then it said it had a few shots, and I think measles was one of them. Smallpox was definitely one of them. And I think there's another form of pox that was on there, and I think there was another one as well. I think there was like 4 given within like a 2-month period, to one time and to another time.
Yeah, back in the day, they gave it all kind of.
Oh.
What do you want me?
An eighth.
Huh?
An eighth.
An eighth, okay.
Yep. Good old eighth. That'll last me definitely for the next couple days. There's my jaw. There's my jaw. Chemical warfare again. Well, they're already doing that because guess what? The cats, bro. The cats, man. Whenever they shit, it's like mustard gas or something, bro. They're like, I mean, the deep state uses cats to push their narrative all the time. I mean, to be like, why do you think the Egyptian Empire blessed the cat so much? Because it was part of their state.
Well, not only that.
Think about that.
Well, yeah,
The
that
cat,
also
the
protected their
new
harvest.
cat world order has been around since the dawn of the first
Cats will
civilizations.
dominate us all. We are their slaves.
Oh, look, see, he's bailing out.
Also, because we were onto him. Also, cats are African immigrants. Bandit is a nigger.
It's best not to inhale.
Oh God,
it's very
that was
dangerous.
terrifying.
It's really dangerous to inhale when you do that.
How is it dangerous? What does your lungs like implode on themselves or something?
Not that well, you kind of are like slightly retracting them a little bit. Well, it's just bad for your larynx.
What about if I whistle, breathing in?
That's okay.
Good, because I do that pretty much all the time. Okay. Oh, dude, there's this classic piece that I found recently. It's called Tautiri's Trillo Sinatra, and it's epic. It's also called The Devil's Trillo Sinatra.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Yes,
I love that one.
that's epic, dude.
Satan's Trill, yes.
Well, is it called that? I don't know what specifically
Devil's
nickname.
Trill, Satan's Trill.
Sinatra. And the thing is, I feel like it tells more of the story of him more than like a dream. Like, because supposedly when he said about how it came to fruition is that he had a dream where he like sold his soul to have like all these musical desires and shit. And he basically played in like metal terminology. I played a riff for you, bruh. Let me show you this kick-ass riff.
Yeah,
And
Satan
then-
just like comes at his foot, like the foot of his bed is just like, I'm gonna play you a riff, man.
Yeah, and then
He tries to figure it out as soon as he wakes up. Oh fuck, dude, I gotta play this riff, dude.
And then he never could recreate it, but
At least
that song was the result of what he did
but
create.
it's still fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude. In G minor. Oof. I think that's my favorite key, G minor.
G minor is a good key though.
It is. That's why I love it. I think it's my favorite. Like, Russian folk is mostly in G or G minor. Like, a lot of...
What's also a really good key is B minor, too.
That's too.
Like, especially for metal, if you've ever heard
Oh, yeah,
Beyond
yeah.
the Realms of Death by Judas Priest.
Yeah. I mean, dude, yeah. I mean, it's Judas Priest. You're just like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, isn't it? He just sort of like, yeah, kind of quietly agreed, like, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
You're just like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. You are one to do so. Yes. I had to drop some. chemical warfare again with my romance. Because my name is Charles Manson and I make music. You know he did. He actually,
Yeah, he did make
you know, I honestly like his music.
It's not bad.
Really isn't, dude. I actually like Manson's music.
He was a decent musician.
Yeah. I think Marilyn Manson covered one of his songs too. Like, I mean, like, cause one thing I noticed
Cover one of his
is
poems.
yeah. One thing I notice is that like whenever there's like an artist or entertainer that there's like something bad about him, we always focus on the negative and shit. Like
It was pretty negative.
well, yeah. I mean, Manson is. I mean, I'm not excluding what he did, but I mean, when it comes to like their art and shit, like I was thinking about John Wayne Gacy and his artwork, and when he was on death row, and how like Pogo the Clown is like kind of a big thing to him. I kind of took out like the serial killer aspect of Gacy and just kind of put like him, Pogo, and just that. You know, and just kind of knowing his mental psyche a little bit going into, because DFF did a Patrons episode on John Wayne Gacy and kind of what made him tick a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's a really sad story, you know, growing up into it. Like his dad was a very hardcore military vet from the Great War, raised Catholic. You know, his dad was a hardcore alcoholic as well. Got hit in a swing that caused a blood clot in his brain until 16 when he was 11. And there's just a lot of things there's a lot of different factors that really played in. He also had a heart condition too, I found out, where it was like, I forgot what it was called, but basically he couldn't do physical activities like football, bicycling, stuff like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s growing up.
Heart condition.
Yeah, growing up, he couldn't do what at the time the kids or you know would naturally do at that time. So I mean, it's just like kind of seeing his background. It's just it kind of puts me in a different perspective about these characters that we like. Society kind of naturally just demonizes and stuff. And it's like it's like there's definitely way more to why there's more to it than the fact that they're just what they did is atrocious. Because I mean, no one denies that. Like John Wayne killing 33 fucking people, maybe up to 45 as he claimed once in prison too. I mean, it's ambiguous whether what you believe, like the actual confirmed or his claim. I mean, and also like like even with Manson and shit, with like his music and stuff, and all sorts of different people and just different forms, and some way. And one thing I kind of noticed is a lot of them tend to have some artistic element about them, like with John Wayne when he started painting and drawing and stuff. I mean, it actually wasn't really bad looking. And also how he interpreted Pogo was a very sympathetic and a very like loving looking character. And I think in his eyes, he actually did see Pogo as someone as an actually like good type of thing. And I think it was a way to try to express something positive in himself. I mean, which I think and this is just me just hypotheticalizing and just kind of speculating what might have been in his mind, but maybe a way to kind of try to, bring some sense of like redemption to his like thoughts of what he wanted to do and stuff. Because one thing I noticed was before all of his killing started, he was in a different place where he was caught doing sodomy to a teenage kid and was in prison for a little bit, meant to be 10 years, but because
I thought it was because like the kid was he woke up with a kid with had a knife.
That's a different time. That's how that's his first kill, and that's ambiguous whether that was an accident or not, because he woke up.
Him lying too.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what differentiates that from everything else is that was a stabbing kill. Everything else was asphyxiation or strangulation. That's the difference. He had a motive and had a way to do things about it. He didn't.
Right.
So, so this was another part. This is where this kid came in, and I think this was also before that happened. So, when this happened, he basically it kind of showed like he obviously was gay, and I think eventually admitted that too, even to his second wife, eventually, who divorced him. And of course due to other factors too, the stench in the crawl space, that type of stuff. And it's just like it's kind of just really interesting to kind of just delve in a little bit to their psyche a little bit, because on one level they are you know, human like everyone else, but in a way you were just delving into like the dark fallacies that humanity has the potential of being. And the thing is, like the potential of being a serial killer is like there's no real way to really like know whether someone can be or not. Like it, I mean, that there's like a theory called the perfect storm theory, which there has to be like a certain element of factors in order for that to like click in somebody. Because there's a lot of them in history, but like in the whole grand scheme of like people, you know, compared to who have a lot of these similar things, like from sexual abuse to physical abuse, to, you know, unable to be or being very antisocial, you know, all these different factors that a lot of people have, but you know, don't end up being like these crazy people and stuff. So I mean, you know, it's kind of a way I think to help kind of not just only understand maybe them, but also just understand other people and their issues with their mental illnesses, because of course it's not saying that they are that, but I mean, you know, it's a interesting factor to be like, you know, delve into like these illnesses and psyche to kind of help try to prevent more of this happening again in the future, and also try to help, you know, people with these problems, you know, avoid, you know, going down paths that can eventually lead up to that perfect storm, essentially, as they call it. But went on a whole long rant on that, but damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, but it, you know, kind of, but something that I've been thinking about for a while, because, you know, I mean, it's true that we do demonize a lot of these people, a lot of these different characters, and, you know, and people that have done fucked up stuff, and, you know, again, you know, doesn't, you know, deny that, you know, that's happened, doesn't endorse what they did. But, you know, when it comes to like their, just like, you know, their side, like their side things, like, you know, maybe some of their artistic abilities, like, you know, with Manson and his music, like, one thing I noticed about Manson was one I think what dropped him over the edge was failing in the music industry, because he lashed out against that. Hence, like, the whole Manson family thing happened. Like, he formed this whole cult of personality to basically try to, like, you know, go after as a revenge against the whole music industry, essentially go after key people. But yeah, and I think for someone like Gacy, I think for him it's like trying to, you know, this is just more speculative, but I mean, because I don't know everything about the guy, but I mean, you know, or for Manson either, but I mean, for him it's like I feel like some of it was, at least for like being so charismatic, being so open to being in the community, and so influential around them, that, you know, I think trying to be so communal around them, you know, and like doing like barbecue outings and having like themes for them and stuff, and, you know, going, you know, like participating within the community, even in the local politics and shit in Chicago and stuff. I mean, I feel like doing all of that was like a way for him to like try to, you know, I mean, I'm trying to look for a word for it. It's not redeem him. It's not redemption, but it's similar to it. It's like a way to forgive himself for, you know, yeah, I think that's the word I was trying to find. Forgive himself to, like, you know, some of his actual like dark desires. Because I mean, one thing I noticed is before all these killings that he did, it involves a lot of sexual, you know, mutilation, sexual like BDSM style, like
the
torture and shit.
With, you know, his sexual
Yeah,
abuse.
and the thing is, the first time when the thing is, I think one thing that I think taught him over was the first case when he got imprisoned, because like, I don't think he was like someone who was just crazy, like, you know, out, you know, quirky, you know, whatever, because they did do an autopsy on his brain, and it was a pretty functional, normal human brain for the most part. Like, there wasn't really anything outwardly, you know, off about it. So I mean, besides,
he was pathologically sane.
yeah.
It's just
So
so much mental
it was
trauma
so
that he couldn't cope.
yeah, and I think a lot of it is, I think he actually logically thought, well, I just did this act and I got caught the last time and I was in prison and I nearly fucked myself over there. So I think he logically thought the only way to, you know, not have this happen again was to kill them. So I think part of it, why he did all that, was to ensure there was no witnesses to this thing that was very stigmatized at the time, you know. And he so I don't know like what main factors could have been the main key to all of it, but it's very ambiguous, which I always think is so important to actually try to like look past, or not like look past, but to like look beyond what they did and try to understand why that happened. You know, so we can potentially catch this in other people and, you know, help them cope with these type of problems, you know, and that type of thing.
We need to do that for sure.
Yeah, which it just kind of goes on the whole broad topic of being more aware and more development and research on mental illness on a whole broad topic in general. But when it comes to like serial killers or just people who go on like who snap and go on mass killings and shit, I mean, there's more to it than the fact they just did, you know, just I decided I want to kill people. Like no one, unless there's just some serious mental issues, no one's literally going to think, oh, I just want to kill like 800 people today. Like no one's like thinking that. So I mean, has to be like something, you know, as to why that happened or why someone is willing to go to that extent.
Oh yeah,
you know.
sure.
But yeah.
Alex Jones shirtless compilation.
Oh my god, no.
Okay, I'll leave it out for you.
All right.
Someone his age, he doesn't really look that bad.
Honestly, he really doesn't.
Like, he looks fairly physically fit for his age. He's just... Basically, if I was physically fit, that's probably what I would look like.
Probably.
But I'm a lazy cunt, so I don't really exercise.
You're a woman.
Oh.
Oh. You're a woman.
That's low.
You're a woman.
Yeah, I got a lot of feminine qualities, like my penis.
Well, you said you're a cunt.
Well, I think I call anybody, regardless of gender, a cunt.
You are a cunt, a big fat stinking cunt. I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but I'm here to tell you that you're a motherfucking cunt.
You are a cunt.
That's an actual song on the internet somewhere.
Actually, that was one of Bridget's like favorite songs.
I love it though. Such a cynical but lovely song. It's just like, yeah, you're a cunt. You're just simply a cunt.
A cunt.
I just can't. I just can't with you. Oh, I just can't at all.
I can't even.
I just can't even
I
right
can
now.
only odd.
I just can't odd right now. I can only even.
That's good though. That's what you need to be able to do.
Well, I do like evens or multiples of 5 when it comes to numerics, so I do.
But half of all those numbers are odd.
Half of all those numbers?
that.
No, they're not.
I'm putting that heater in there now.
Evens or multiples of 5. A 5 is the only.
Half of those numbers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Add the evens in there.
Add all the evens.
Yeah. 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. And then just repeat. 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Like 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Boom. It's like a nice little conglomerate, and there's evenness throughout. It's even! Ha! Boom! Gotcha. Even online, like, like, where's the pencil paper?
Nobody's even watching anymore. They all want some pen.
Yeah, I might as well end the stream too at this point with this final bowl anyway. But, bro, like, I can even show you with, like, a pen and paper if there's one around here. Oh, there's a paper right here. Is there a pen?
I'm too lazy to math right now.
Well, I will math for you, cunt.
I don't want to math right now.
You are mathing right now.
Like, that's for my job. And even then, I do, like,
So,
very rudimentary
Let's say
math.
these dashes are the evens. So,
It's like Morse
1,
code.
2, 3, 4. And then the dashes are also the 5s. Two, 4, 5. Oh wait, hold on. 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Boom. So, let me demonstrate. 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. But it gets all even. I know it looks a little. Here, let me just do it better.
Time cube.
Let me just do it better. 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, and then it goes on. Okay. There, it's on the top. 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Still all even. If we repeat the pattern, it still will be even. So, ha! My OCD doesn't get triggered over that shit.
Damn.
Bitch!
Well, you could technically say that if everything's multiplied by 3, even though it's an odd number, you could still make even patterns.
With a 3?
Yes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24,
Well, my brain doesn't
27,
communicate.
30!
My brain doesn't communicate in 3s.
But also, 3 is just like a very natural number.
Mine does evens in 5s. Which also has 3s in it anyway, so my brain also somewhat still calculates 3s. Don't be a pedantic little bitch! Ah! You're being a pedantic little bitch! Oh! Oh my god. Now select the vocals for Back to Birds!
What? I haven't listened to enough.
I don't even know what
I don't
you
even
even
want
said.
to. I was saying, like, now we sound like the vocals for Black Film Rights.
No, that's more like I fucked in the ass. That's what Black Veil Bride sounds like, dude. Are they even fucking relevant, dude?
No.
Why did you bring them up? Why did you put them in my memory again? I think I actually
I don't even.
I literally
remember
I think
what
I
I don't
think
even remember what their music even sounds like.
don't remind me.
Like,
So
I
don't.
can't.
So like yeah, but you
Like,
put
if
you
you were to
put
ask me to
you
hum-
put them back in my memory though.
If you were
They're
to ask
still in
me
my
to
memory
hum
banks.
The tune of like any of their songs, I couldn't do it. That's how like, not even. I just can't.
Is
I
it
can't,
like that or something?
That's how generic their music is. I don't even think it's that.
I don't even know. Maybe one of their weird obscure songs no one knows about. That is Black Veil Bride's song. I Wish I Had a Mother. That's okay. That's off their second album, and I don't want you making fun of Black Veil Brides anymore. Stop it.
Because I am a 16-year-old who loves them.
Wow, they're in my
And
memory.
I am an insecure
You
little
put them in my
kid.
memory banks again, dude. I'm pretty sure my brain literally deleted them out of my like existence, and then you brought it back. You brought it back. Like what the hell? Like I was satisfied not knowing they existed, and then you brought it back in my life.
I remember seeing a meme, it's just like, you know, oh no, I stepped in shit, and it's a Black Veil Brides album.
Oh my god.
They're like, they're one of those bands, they're basically the Nickelback of, I don't even, like, they're the Nickelback of metalcore. And there's some metalcore bands out there that are good, like Killswitch Engage is fucking Kino. Pure Kino.
You mean keto?
Not as in keto diet, I mean like Kino, as in like pure artistic, like, you know.
So the keto diet.
Pure artistic
Keto.
integrity. No, I'm not talking about
Keto.
the keto diet. I'm talking about a completely different word.
The
Kino. As in like Kino. Kino.
The keto diet? I'm just fucking with you so bad.
You see like Howard Jones now, like fucking,
Howard Alex Jones Stern.
No, not that. Not no. God damn it.
Howard Alex Stern Jones. Damn. Alex Stern Jones. Oh my god.
The arms of Keto
will bless you in the sky. How did I get Robert's lighter? Or I guess technically Logan's lighter, who he gave to Robert. What was that fucking grunt?
That's mainly just me trying to clear my throat.
He just like grunted at me like a fucking beast. Should I be terrified? Have you diverted to your chimp state? Have you become a chimp again? Do I have to put you down? I have a 12 gauge. Alright, I'm gonna go grab that in a second. I mean, I have a 12 gauge. Okay, why?
No,
And
you're out of weight.
dude, and
You're out of weight.
and you call yourself straight. You call yourself a heterosexual. I don't care that you just dropped my hat. I dropped my lighter, but whatever. Why does that hat? What?
No taste good.
Did you just fucking eat my hat or trying to eat my hat?
Me try. No taste good.
Don't fucking eat my hat.
I eat what I want.
Wow, you became a
Bezor time.
dude. Oh my god, he became a chimpanzee autist, an autistic chimp. He became an autist chimp, the autist chimp.
If you had 3 wishes from a djinn, what would they be?
What?
If you had 3 wishes granted by a djinn, what would they be?
Don't say $1 million. You fucking generic fuck.
1. My first wish will be $1 million. I don't know.
I would imagine like the djinn gives it to you, but like it turns out like you got caught robbing a bank and then you're sent to prison for purple hack, he rapes the shit out of you, and then the djinn is just like there going, ha 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 ha. Do you wish you want to break out of prison? Okay.
I wish-
now you're an escaped convict
I wish-
who's wanted dead or alive.
I wish. I know one thing for sure. At least like a good 1 mile by 1 mile plot of land. That's about it. And a house on it. And at least 20 plants of weed on it.
But then it turns out that you're living in a third world country where that's constantly being
Outside of
attacked by
Estacada.
African warlords.
Outside of Estacada, then. I'll be specific and say outside of Estacada.
In the middle of the wilderness where bears are trying to maul you to death.
I'd have a gun.
There are too many.
I'd mark my fucking turret. Dude, there's not that many fucking bears near Estacada, dude. Oh my god.
I know. I'm kidding.
Don't scare people away from my beautiful commune, okay? Dude, what if I actually made, like... What if I did that? Like, bought a bunch of land and built my big house up, and then I'm like, this is a commune now. I didn't have, like, you guys first build up, like, the first couple of cabins for everyone to live in. And then... fucking, we just form a fucking commune to have like a little wall and stick it out and just fucking shit and everything. Have like everything, like agriculture, you know, and all that. On just this one.
Kind of interesting. The only problem is though you'd be so everybody would be paid in food, right? Like there wouldn't be any.
Well, yeah, food. Well, yeah, I mean, like food, whatever's there, you know, essentially.
Right.
Plus, if you do need extra resources, of course, I mean, you can go buy them out in, you know, the nearest town or whatever, and that's not an issue. But, I mean, it's not like a literal commune, but it's like a fucking, like, idea of it. I mean...
Right. Like a moderate commune.
Yeah.
Like, not Jim Jones status.
Oh my... Yeah, we're not having a Kool-Aid last second, you know, government cracks down on us. We all have to, like... We all have to just embrace... We all have to just embrace the walk that we're gonna have the true utopia on the other side, my friends. Just drink this mighty wine, and you'll be set free. You'll be free. They're gonna kill us all anyway. They're gonna kill the children first. You don't want them to die first, man. You don't want them to die first. We must play for those children. You know, we gotta have the children first because they'll kill them first, and it'd be slow. It'll be slow cost. Dude, honestly, Jim Jones is a very like charismatic, like, dude, you should like honestly read up about that guy. He's a very fascinating character.
I remember watching about him in the.
That's still my favorite
Deep
Deep Fat
Fat
Fried
Fried
episode. That's still my favorite DFF
Deep
episode.
Fat Fried.
Yeah, like when they did Jim Jones and the Jonestown, that was probably my favorite because they really I mean, they delved into not just the build up, but what Jones was and like how he
Oh yeah.
was able to be so popular. And while I
Want me to
find
fuck you in the
while
butt?
I find his, religious shit nonsense, I mean, his philosophy of politics was actually somewhat aligned to me. It's just like, wow.
Except he took it way too far.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, like, it's just interesting because, like, I can imagine myself at the time, probably desperate, and suddenly I see this guy coming out and he's talking about this place that, is something I'd agree with. I'd see I honestly, low key, like, if I found him, like, living in that time, I'd probably join him, but I probably wouldn't fucking do the Kool-Aid thing. At that point, I'd dip. There are survivors of the Jonestown massacre or whatever you want. Yeah, there's a few people that were like, whoa, what the fuck is happening? And we're like, yeah, we're going to stay the fuck away, and just like, nope, not happening.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they stayed nearby, but they waited for authorities to come in and then revealed themselves. And like, yeah, they sort of all just off themselves and, kind of told what happened.
They all
Color-
drink poison Kool-Aid.
I'd use opioid toxicity as the way to go. At least it wouldn't be painful. You just need some stone counteract the nausea. I mean, if I was to have...
You just go and...
I mean, if I were to have a suicide cult, I would probably do, like... I'd probably, through, like... Obviously, illegal methods, probably, like, go through, like, find some doctor that will give me, like bulk of those, like, pills that will give to, like, patients that are, like, terminally ill. And
We just have a death orgy. You know what a death orgy would be? We fuck until we die. We just fuck each other until we literally die from exhaustion. Just like...
But what about the people who are really, good, that will probably last?
We'll have to put something in their drinks.
Just do that then. It's just easier. Just have everyone drink
No,
it.
in our religion.
No.
We must die.
Hold on.
An
Hold
orgasm.
on. No.
is
Compromise.
accordance- Compromise?
Have them drink it, and then they fuck until they just pass out and die from it. Then they can still fuck while they're dying. Well, they'll die while they fuck.
But they must die in mid-orgasm to achieve the euphoria of the gods, so we may join them in their domain. That is our faith. And there cannot be compromise.
Also, Steve Shives went to VidCon and got $2,000 check from the social justice oligarchs at YouTube. Damn.
Oh.
I'd pass some bowls, fentanyl in the stone. Damn, son. Dude, just crocodile in the stone. That'd just fucking kill you for sure.
Oh.
Just contact the Russian mob and just get some crocodile or something.
Crocodile.
Yeah, hook up like some mob that is like that's like hooked up, low key at the provinces, like bordering Afghanistan, and just straight up like fucking hook up with that crocodile, bro. Let's do that. I mean, it's basically fentanyl, but if you live, it will literally rot away like everything inside of you. So if you smoke it, it's rotting your lungs out. So eventually you'll just die because your lungs aren't really there anymore. So either way, you'll die. So there you go. If the pain's too worse, one in the chamber. If the pain's too bad, one in the chamber, I guess. But if you survive. But I mean, it's heroin. That's the active ingredient. Well, yeah. I'm sure it is in a crocodile too, because isn't that the same, similar, but just obviously a more toxic black market, tar death version of it, basically.
It fucking eats at your skin. It's like necrosis.
Literally, anyone who takes it, like their mortality rate is, I think, if I remember right, I think it's like 2 weeks or something. It's pretty fucked.
fuck.
Yeah, they don't last long when you use it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when you start using that shit, you ain't gonna last long at all. Nope. No, not much. Not much at all. It's gonna get fucked. I mean, I've seen pictures of people where they've taken where they have their limbs that are like literally like rotted away, and it's especially like all that's showing is just bone, pretty much where they like fucking took the shot at. It's just it's on Vice actually. It's kind of disturbing actually. It's like, oh god, it's like, oh, that's what this can do. Well, maybe that's why we should legalize it, because then this shit will I don't know, not be around on the markets anymore.
Yeah, that would be kind of nice. Of course, as long as the U.S. government doesn't exploit it or like use it to experiment on people.
They already are. I mean, talk about like fucking experimentation for science. I mean, my god.
I remember like the U.S. government at some point they actually injected a bunch of Negroes with syphilis.
Well, yeah.
And they didn't even tell them that they had syphilis, so because they wanted to study the symptoms. Like, why couldn't they just do that to
Hence
prisoners?
why there's efficacy, and you should. That's. I mean, if like there's like some shit that we need to study, but like let's say you need to inject syphilis to see what it will do. Okay, well, maybe like I wouldn't mind having like people volunteer for it, because then when they find the studies, then they can also be a part of a program to help research, development for the cure for it too, which there is now, I think. It's one of the ones that are treatable and curable. So it's just like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably what should have happened. But of course, the other government is fucking malicious and, salacious, and then, not ethical at all. So, it's like there are ethical ways to like do treatment and development of diseases. I feel like it's just like,
talk about some systemic, oppression at that time.
Yeah.
'cause that
it's usually either diethylmorphine or desylmorphine cut with industrial solvents.
just judging someone because
Or
they're a
didactylmorphine.
Negro, it just makes
Damn.
no sense.
Ugh. Cut with industrial solvents. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Beta. That's what it is. It's beta heroin. Beta heroin.
Beta heroin.
Basically. Beta heroin that will fucking kill you. Like,
Crocodile.
yeah. Man. But isn't that just seriously more of a fucking argument to legalize it? It just sounds to anyone who doesn't know, or is just ignorant or just stubborn. They're gonna be like, what? Legalize? What? I mean, what? No.
It doesn't mean that everybody, because like most people are going to steer clear of crocodile. Even like the tweakers are gonna steer clear of that shit. Like
Those people are literally the most desperate
that
and the
shit.
most addicted and the most like,
suicidal.
and are literally desperate for any fucking high and wouldn't give a shit whether that shit was like laced with cyanide or not. Like they just wanted a high, at that
Even the
point.
desperate tweakers would be like, "We don't touch that shit.
Some,
We
yeah.
don't touch that shit."
Some, yeah. I mean, depending on the tweaker, sure. But again, that's because a lot of them don't want to be fucking tweakers. Some of them don't give a fuck one way or another, but that's, I think, an anomaly compared to the mass of tweakers or highly addicted, people on the issue.
Yeah.
I don't even like honestly, I mean, I don't even really like kind of calling them tweakers unless they're straight up just like low fucking like going to like industrial places, stealing, like trying to steal crazy fucking equipment or something, like hardcore crazy shit, and like probably stabbed a few people or whatever. Wanted, like, yeah, that's a tweaker, but goddamn, does that guy need some serious rehabilitation? It's just like still the same premise will apply, but like just the average addicted junkie or whatever on the street, it's just like, well, fuck. I mean, I don't even like calling them that, because it's just like I could tell they're not really like tweakers, they're just fucking homeless, but it's just like due to the fucking opioid crisis and the whole drug war and shit, that's obviously had their effect. I mean, you could tell when there's someone who's homeless who's been affected by drugs due to the drug war and the whole stigmatization, yeah. And it's just like, oh man, like if only there were like, I mean, I've noticed that's starting to be a little less now, compared to, at least less noticeable due to the marijuana legalization here. But it's still like, I mean, a little because it's not the.
Not enough states have legalized.
Well,
it.
and it's also not the end all be all, because you need to also go after, you need to also
As many
have
drugs as
legislation,
possible, yeah.
all of them, yeah.
All of them, if possible. Like, because because then the cartel can't compete.
Yeah, they'll have to change to different
source of
markets
money. Yeah.
to like the human trafficking industry and
But
gun
even then, I
industry.
think if you legalize
And even
prostitution,
then-
that would hinder it
True.
largely.
Well, not human trafficking. That is more than just sex trafficking too. It's also like slavery and
Yeah,
that shit.
slavery, that's true.
So that you can't really get rid of. But the thing is, there's less money in that, and they can't really invest. So they can't really have so much profit off of that. So they're not going to be able to have as much investment for all their fucking
Because, like,
power.
there's still slavery,
Really.
it's illegal, but...
Of
well,
course,
unless you
it's
live in
illegal.
Indonesia.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
In Indonesia, it's still legal.
Unless there's some fucked up third world shit nation that still needs cultural
Indonesia.
reforms. Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
other places.
Well, women are slaves in Saudi Arabia by default.
Yeah, like I mean, hence cultural reforms. Like, there's so many places that still need it. Like, I consider that a thing. Like, international cultural reform, be like, hey, internationally, you're just fucked up. So change your ways, and maybe we'll interact with you as societal, civil creatures. But yeah, like I mean, if that's like a form of intervention, like sanction, like is it like to like not like what would you even call it? I mean, it's not a culture war, but I mean, I guess just cultural reform, really, because I mean there because there are certain aspects about like those different random places that are still pretty cool and shit culturally, but they're still fucked up shit. It's just like, okay, well, that needs to change. Hence, I guess that's cultural reform. I guess that's what that term would be. Cultural reform. Yeah.
Cultural reform.
Let's try to think if there'll be a different terminology possibly for it, but I guess not. Or if there was a terminology already for it, but I guess my own little terminology for it's good. But yeah.
That makes sense. I'm really tired again, damn. It's just like, part of me is like, maybe I can walk home, and the other part of me is like, I can't. Come back that cold.
It's not that cold, is it?
No, it's a lot warmer, but like I'm still too tired to walk out there.
Pussy, as Harley would say. Pussy.
But he doesn't even stay up this late, like typically.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't my place, he would be like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
But usually, because it's me, he always crashes here.
Yeah.
I swear, like every time he comes here, he'll crash here.
Yeah. That's actually been the case for me.
That actually has been true. Literally, like these last
It's
few
just
times.
like I'll stay so late that I'm like, I'm too tired to get home.
I'm too tired. I can't do it.
Like I like my bed, but that bed in there's not too bad.
It's nice. Well, I think it's my old bed. I think so.
Oh.
Either that or Robert's old bed.
And I can also heat it up in there. So it's on high right now in the heater, but then like as soon as I get in there, to
Turn it on low.
turn it on low.
Hey, nice. I need to get one for myself for my room because it gets cold at night.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer though, and
I don't really need to right now because it's getting warmer now. But when the winter comes again, I'm gonna have to get
we
one.
had a nice spring day.
It was nice, yeah. Weird, dude. It's so weird. We had fucking winter, and now it's fucking like spring in like literally like 12 hours.
I know.
Like, what the fuck? Like, it transitions. It doesn't just
gradually.
Yeah, like look, like
There were a
our
couple of
our weather.
spring-like
Yeah,
days,
like look,
though.
our fucking weather does like happen to change like that a lot, but not literally like snowfall. And now we're gonna have like a 50-degree spring day, literally like in 12 hours. It's like, huh?
What? the
Yeah, that
fuck?
like it usually goes from like 30, and then like a week goes by, and then it'll go up to like 40, and then another week goes by, then it goes to 50 for all these like nice shiny days. And usually it'll be like kind of partially cloudy, or maybe it'll be some sunny days, but it won't be like that significantly hot or whatever. But it wasn't like hot, but I mean it was still kind of a nice breezy, chill day. But it was like I only was just wearing this and just this. Like I didn't really need to wear anything. I didn't need like it's fine. Even then I was kind of sweaty, so it's just like huh? Like yesterday, I needed to bundle the fuck up. Now today, I'm just like, meh. I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's just like because there's no insulation in my house, so like I
There's
was
no-
actually able to go like, oh my god, I could be in the living room, in the kitchen, without having to wear a coat. Yay! Just, like,
I mean, my room.
twirling around.
The only problem with my room is the window. That's the only thing. Like, if that wasn't in there, I'm sure I'd have decent insulation, because it warms up when I'm in there long enough. But that window just sucks the heat out, and when I go to sleep, it sucks the heat out. So when I wake up, it's like pretty chill as fuck. And like when I go to bed, my bed is chill as fuck because it's next to the window. So it's just like, god damn it. I like,
sucks.
dude, like, I mean,
Faster
yeah,
than
it's
a
like
lady boy in Bangkok.
it's just they take your fucking wallet too. But I mean,
They
but
suck your money out too.
yeah, not even that. They'll suck your wallet, like literally the whole fucking thing. Sometimes I've heard. It's, like literally, they'll be like, you want to know why they go all over you? Because they're trying to hunt for the wallet, and when they find it, they'll suck it up. That's they'll be like, "Thank you, come again."
Oh, it turns out I have penis. What? No! No! No!
Well, nowadays, it's not mattering as much anymore. But
Well, I mean, like,
I'm pretty sure.
still...
I'm pretty sure a lot of people go to Bangkok now just because for that very reason they want that experience.
yeah, like the tranny lovers are more. out
Harley
there
wants to
now.
go there for that. I know that much.
I'm just, I don't know. I love pussy. I can't. I can't do with
But
some of the
you've also said you would fuck man had a vagina and a penis.
penis. But he has a pussy though. So, yeah.
But that's not hetero. And yet you
No,
call
it's
yourself,
not.
and yet you call yourself hetero.
But it's still a pussy.
Big terminology. Nope.
Bro, is that your attempt at being Ben Shapiro?
No.
I'm a fast talking salesman.
I thought I can't even do it right now. I can't even try to.
If you establish single payer health care, then my wife will become a slave.
I can't even try to do a Ben Shapiro right now.
I'm a fucking Jew. I'm gonna talk about the Jewish conspiracy theories anyway, and how they're bullshit and completely miss the point of this debate of the,
Fuck, what was it?
yeah, the Israel boycotting. The anti-BDS laws are good because they protect the Jews. And if you don't like, and if you are against the anti-BDS laws, then you're a bigot. Because your free speech ends where my rights as a Jew to fuck you over begin.
Oh my lord.
Like, dude, I don't hate Jews, but like, Ben Shapiro, like, strengthens anti-Semitic hatred. Like, he just strengthens it unintentionally.
I mean, because
is
honestly, he's kind of like low key, kind of somewhat anti-Semitical himself. If you just kind of
He hates
really
himself. I wouldn't blame him for
not
hating
not
himself.
even necessarily hate himself, but he just perpetrates that. Like he literally is just allowing it to like. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, cause he claims that all that is happening, yet for the most part, it really isn't. Like the whole like,
Not
oh,
anymore.
Elon Omar is an anti-Semite. She literally isn't, and it's just like, pushing that shit and literally talking anti-Semite talking points. It's like no one's talking about fucking you. So there's more of a case to call Ben an anti-Semite than
Yeah.
It's just like.
Well, it's also like Ben Shapiro is just making a mountain out of a fucking molehill, which is hilarious. He calls out the social justice warriors, and he uses the same fucking tactics.
I mean, I don't even.
Your
like,
rights end where my Jewish conspiracy
and they're not even
began.
a fucking like relevant thing anymore either. Like no one even gives a shit about him. Besides,
He's had his day.
I mean,
son.
not even that. Like the SJWs did too. I mean, like no, like I mean, anyone who's still like tries to use them as arguments is like grasping at straws at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, the PC outrage bullshit's still a thing, but the whole but I mean, the whole use of the terminology, I guess, is, you know, just irrelevant, really.
Yeah.
Like, because everyone gets, you know, oh, yes, yes, we get it, you know, like, that's just how most people view it now, because there's, like,
Well, PC
They're
hours
around-
will always be a thing, though.
yeah,
It'll
like, I
always
mean,
exist.
yeah, but it's not, yeah, like, I mean, it's not even necessarily SJW or whatever, because that's just...
Mary, Mother of God, that's blasphemy! Don't say
if you
that!
like, if you want to use what Sargon said, it's just pretty much anyone that you disagree with. So,
Yeah.
you know, if we're gonna basically be like that with SJWs, then anyone's a fucking SJW. Like anyone, like some people think you are, and some people probably think I'm a fucking SJW.
That's like
for some...
calling a black person a nigger. To call me an SJW.
It's like I mean, it's just like a really irrelevant now at this point. Like I don't even. I think the only time I ever really bring it up is whenever I'm like, man, like no one ever fucking talks about because it's irrelevant. You know, we should just it's just like, you know, we should just talk about the whole bigger, broader aspect of about, you know, the whole issue, like with internet free speech or with fucking platforming on campuses or whatever, or like whether, you know, or like a protest like that Colin Kaepernick did or something, you know, like that type of shit or whatever. You know, it's like we need to like start. It's more about trying to now start at this point, like deal with the whole broader arguments and narrowing it down to, oh, these fucking people are or these fucking people. It's like, I mean, that's why I think there's a few
Look
people
at
who
these
are
people
considered.
that have very little effect on the political.
That's
climate.
why I know there are a few people, or at least one person, who's, you know, all right or whatever, that watches me, because I don't instantly think, you know, like, sure, I'm sure, like, some of his views are alt-rightish and ethno-nationalistic, but like, I'm still willing to fucking argue with them,
debate with him, which is level-headed.
and yeah, and while I still think which for me personally, I still think I can, you know, am able to debunk some of his shit. I don't know everything about all the knowledgeable shit, you know, and like everything about, you know, their arguments or whatever. So I'm not, you know, going to be sued for everything. But there's been a few times where we've had back and forths and stuff, and it's just like, what? No, hold up, you know. And what? And it's like whatever. At the end of the day, it's like we don't care. I mean, you know, at the end, like at the end of the day, we're still just talking bullshitting, you know. And there's other irrelevant entertainment gossip, you know. I mean, just smoking, whatever, you know. Just just, you know, so there's stuff that is involved besides talking about philosophy and politics, and there's other shit that's philosophical, political, that we also just don't necessarily have agreement or disagreement. It's just like mute point type of thing or whatever. So I mean, so you know. Like, which I see a lot of value in that, because then, you know, if I at least talk about an issue, then you know, I can at least hash out my audience a little more. And for those that watch me that consider themselves all right or right wing or libertarian, whatever the fuck, if they are persistently watching me, then I know there's at least something about me that they like. And over time, as I keep talking about these arguments and stuff, and talk about my views and stuff, and eventually we'll be like, yeah, I kind of see your point a little bit. You know, maybe they could be won over. So I mean. It's more about like understanding and rationality, and just like having enough open-mindedness to talk with them, you know, that you can actually, like, when there's literally like this fucking black guy that went to KKK rallies and talked with, I'm not kidding, talked with them and shit, and would just have a normal conversation, and half of the time, and a lot of the times actually, he would get yelled at, mocked and shit, but he would just be like, I'm just here to talk with y'all. And eventually a couple of them would, and then over time, he would literally deconvert KKK members and shit.
Wow,
just simply by fucking going up to their rallies and talking to them. Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, just, I don't know what the guy's name is, and I don't even know exactly when it happened, or if he's still doing it or not, but...
That's awesome,
though. Just, like, It
also really goes to show you don't need to censor anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, and also that's why, I mean, also Netflix has been doing, like, there's a Flat Earth documentary on Netflix, and I don't know whether it's pro or against it, but the thing is, it's on YouTube, though. It's like the Flat Earth community has been imploding on itself. In fact, a couple channels shut themselves down. They're just like, yeah, we're done. So it's just like, holy shit, like sometimes sunlight is legitimately the best disinfectant, which I do think works, you know.
But also, that's why I tried to argue, I think, was it yesterday or the day before, about the anti-vaxxers. that,
Yeah.
like, you know, give it sunlight. Everybody will see how retarded the anti-vaxxers are. There'll be less anti-vaxxers. And you know, they'll just get called out for their shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's when it comes to that, I mean, they should still face some repercussion due to the public safety health threat
that would violate free speech. What we should do,
not necessarily in like deplatforming or against their speech, but due to their public health threat issue, not knowing that they are like pretty much openly advocating it, like, hey, I'm putting the health at risk type of thing.
this is what we do. We give them a court date where they have to get the vaccines.
And if they don't, yeah,
if
I
they
mean,
don't, then that's where they can get arrested or, you know, like face a huge
but
fine.
yeah, the thing is, if they're knowingly or
But as
their
soon
children
as
are
they
getting
talk
vaccinated,
about, you know, their anti-vaxxing rhetoric, that's when they're like, "Oh, you haven't been vaccinated? Time to update, buddy."
pretty much, man.
I know, like for the anti-vaxxers, they'd be like, they probably
Have a
want to kill me
fucking
for
man.
saying that.
You know what? You know what? That's
But you know what?
a lot
Be
of
my
that.
guest, bitches. Be my fucking guest.
I mean,
I
they.
got a gun and I'll shoot you all.
I mean, they're fucking just. I mean, okay, but I mean, they're fucking like a. I mean, I honestly do. Like, I mean, there's even some people who like debate whether people consider them like, you know, like a literal public safe like health threat or not, but still see them as a problem. It's just like why is that even a debate? It's just like, yes, they are. They are.
Like
I'd say they're fucking bioterrorists, but yes, they are. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're like, yes, there's still a problem, you know, because then, but it's just like, what? You're not, but you're like, yeah, but they're not that. I don't think they're an overall public health threat because the majority of the people are, you know. It's just like, this is like, hold up though, like. Literally, like when the measles outbreaks recently happened, most of them were fucking children. You know, like the first like 35 cases that came in were 34 of them were children. Like I think ages from like 8 to fucking like 17 or 16
and that's
or something.
The potential where they could die.
Yeah,
that's the worst
and not only that, there's other kids who weren't infected who have to rely on herd immunity due to whatever reasons, medical reasons. And there's also kids who are vaccinated that potentially doesn't legitimately mean they're going to be 100% immune, but the likelihood of them getting infected is pretty much almost unlikely, but still could potentially. Not, I mean, I think it's like a 97% effective rate with them, but I think with certain factors they might not work, and I think it's just mainly due to the person themselves. But still, again, then I have to rely on herd immunity, so. Those people have a chance to get infected, and then that can spread. And also, measles is extremely fucking contagious, highly contagious.
And it's also horrible too.
Yeah, and and I think you can also get like, I think it's smallpox that you get fucking shingles with. But
the shingles virus.
Yeah. So I thought I was about to say measles can do that too, but I think there's like a disease that could come in later on in life after having measles. But I know there's other like health implications that can happen afterwards with measles too. So it's just like you're literally bringing on to the public literally all these fucking public these health hazards willingly, essentially. And like, I mean, to me, that seems like more pretty closely aligned to the definition of what terrorism would be. Like, you know, bringing harm and terrorizing civilians
for political gain.
Yeah, and this whole anti-vaxxer thing is like a whole big conspiracy political narrative, like, oh, it's the big pharma, or oh, they're literally injecting the virus in you, or oh, it caused autism, or oh, they have mercury, so they're poisoning you with it,
yeah, my dad was doing that shit, and it really fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, and so when at least
brainwashed by the
when it comes to
conspiracy theory rabbit hole.
At least my dad doesn't get into the internet once; he just stays on the radio, so I can give him that at least. But it doesn't sound any different. But
my brother was like just talking circles around him, and then eventually I just decided to join him and go like, I'm tired of this bullshit too. Fuck you, Dad. Fuck you.
Dude,
Fuck you and your bullshit.
I gotta be in here. I gotta somehow find myself when in this situation, in one of these situations.
And like at some points, like Scott is actually fucking hilarious when he does it.
Okay.
Like I know he's serious, but like the way that he like rebuts my dad's
Man,
arguments
dude,
is
I gotta,
fucking
dude,
hilarious.
you gotta like, dude, whenever you suspect that might happen,
like you know, like
you gotta
Dad's
like
talking
have
about QAnon, you know, it's like
Dude,
it's gonna, you know, and
dude,
like,
you have
Scott's
to
like,
invite if you
"It's
suspect this
coming
happens
out, huh?
again.
It's coming out, huh? Yeah, QAnon's gonna come up with something that you know that really proves and shows the world that it's gonna happen, huh? Well, when's it coming, Dad? When's it coming? Isn't it eventually coming out? You know, and it never does. 'Cause
So,
QAnon's
dude,
a faggot.
when you suspect this might happen, and you happen to be there, you have to just fucking like invite me, just pretend like I'm just there, just to like meet up with you, and I'm like, oh, hey, what do you know? This is happening. I'd be like, oh, what are y'all talking about? And then just join in innocently enough and just participate.
I mean, the only thing is like, so he has a roommate named Teo, who he has a
Sounds familiar.
he has a really early schedule. Like, I think he gets up like earlier than I do.
Well, if they're having all these discussions, I'm sure that it's gonna get like somewhat heated at some point. I'm sure like they're doing it in midday or whatever. Probably. I don't know when they happen,
If
but
Dad's even awake by that time, he's
No.
got like no sleeping schedule.
oh my
Just
god,
stays up all night watching fucking conspiracy theories.
oh
man.
my god,
That is.
oh my god,
Ugh.
oh my god,
He's so far down the rabbit hole.
dude.
I can't even comprehend.
Dude, I want to
At
have him
this
as a
point,
guest on my
he's
show
like-
sometime.
He's like below. Like he's not. He went even below the Earth's core. Like he went.
You know what?
to
I
the
have an
other
idea. I
side
have
of
an
the
idea.
Earth,
What if
and he went down into space. That's how far down the fucking rabbit hole he
eventually,
is.
when we get our get my like show kind of formatted and stuff, we should have him as a guest, like on Skype or some shit, dude.
So like, pretend this is the Earth. Yeah, fuck you, flat earthers. So, okay, let's say so the rabbit hole's like going down to the center of the Earth, into the core. My
You're
dad's
going
past that. He's in space.
He went all the
In
way through the
space.
orbit, and it's just going directly to the sun.
In a completely different solar system.
I was gonna say directly to the sun, but okay.
Like in fucking space.
Like his mind will eventually implode when it hits the sun.
He's probably like, oh, it's Griffle, so that's a place where you donate plasma.
Plasma.
But he's probably like, needles are bad. They'll give you autism.
Wow, that was a very smart
Mucho
move.
autismo.
That was a smart move on my part. I have to say so myself.
Mucho autismo.
Mucho autismo.
Autismo.
That was just wow. That was just a mixture of just failures. Wow. At least like 90% of it it's on my fucking jacket. I can save this. Watch.
It kind of blends in.
I see it, dude.
Jacket.
I see it, dude. It's okay.
Like maybe we should dye that hat green because if we do,
I'm not dying this shit.
No, dude, because it can look like a nug of weed, man.
No.
Yes.
I'm not touching this hat. It ain't gonna go like that. There wasn't even really that much in the first place.
I'm gonna
Stop
get
touching
green
my
paint.
fucking hat.
I'm getting green.
This is
paint
real
now.
rabbit fur. Like I got this all over in Iceland.
Oh.
If you
Okay,
want,
never mind.
if you want one, you go get one from your fucking Iceland trip whenever you
Okay,
go
never
on
mind.
it.
That's real rabbit fur. No, I will not do that.
Yeah. But
So
you didn't
soft,
know. You didn't know it was
oh
rabbit
my
fur.
gosh, it's so soft.
I've always said this was rabbit fur. I
hair
boast about
fur.
how it's rabbit fur, bro.
Hair fur.
You know what's
Hair
funny?
hat, man.
I was tempted. Hey, look, I got it all back. It's just kind of scattered right now. Hold on. Let me get it all back together.
Oh, it's like a line. Do not snort marijuana.
Look, I got it all back. See?
Do not snort marijuana. You're gonna have a bad time.
You're
You
gonna
won't
have a
even get
bad
high.
time.
You won't even get high.
So hey, you want to know what we definitely need for? I haven't even really talked about much about my podcast plans, but I'm definitely having a soundboard. We definitely need a soundboard. Oh, by the way, when I get rid of that chair, you know that yellow chest? That's gonna be like a seat, so we can scoot that up and use that as a seat. And both,
cool.
two people could probably sit on it or something. Have one camera, both on you, and then one on me.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that could potentially work. And then
We need.
And then,
make
and then
more
we can have
content.
I'm already doing it. I mean,
Also, if like, I need to
I'm
get
already
an
on it.
interface, and also maybe some other things. Like, I also want to learn how to edit videos to my advantage, so I can.
I
Make
can
my
show
own
you. I can help
content.
out. I can help you with it a little bit.
That would be awesome.
Honestly, OBS is
'Cause,
really
like
OBS
I'm
is useful for like sitting down and doing a rant and just talking.
I'm
That's
probably gonna call
and
my
doing-
channel like the Autistic Heathen. I don't know, like something like that.
hey, whatever you want to do. You know, like I mean, your channel. Like
mean-
I already have my personality and character
I'm taking
solidified.
advantage of the autism meme, even though I'm literally autistic.
Well,
But, like-
it makes hence.
I hope people don't think it's like facetious.
No, well, no, like you
Or
have a
inappropriate.
fucking reason. Like the Amazing Atheist is the Amazing Atheist because he's a fucking
He's an
atheist,
atheist.
and he's amazing. You could be the fucking autistic heathen because
Because I am a heathen.
well, to a lot of fucking religions, and also technically you used to be one, and yeah, and also you literally are autistic. So there you go.
Yeah.
Like it could be in your bout channels, like I am literally autistic. Don't fuck off or whatever. Something simple. Just be like or
For those who are who think
I'm
that
actually gonna
being
change my about
off-color-
channel and make it like a very simple like one sentence liner and be like, to who all enter in the beware of the for the we'll see the husky.
What?
I don't know. The fucking rum and the weed is all like up in my system, yo. So judge that.
Yeah,
How
you are
about
crossfaded as fuck? I'm gonna go. To
one
the bathroom.
shot of rum? Fucking is all that is necessary.
Yeah, because then you feel a really good buzz.
It's a fucking 50%, dude. Like,
yeah, strong as hell.
like
man.
I either have to mix it,
You don't need anything else.
either I
that
mix
night.
and sip, or I just take one shot and I'm good.
Yeah, that's all you need.
And the
One
best thing
shot
is, I
rum.
don't even really actually literally feel drunk, but I know that I'm definitely buzzed. But I actually don't
yeah.
feel like it. Like I still feel mainly just kind of high off weed.
Yeah, it's good rum, man.
Yeah, like
I'm going to the bathroom. Like
okay,
if I stay any longer, I'll grow a tail.
you'll start doing dance.
The dance.
We'll dance when we want to, and we leave your friends behind. And dance and dance and sing, no friends of mine. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 bow, down, 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 down. No, 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 no. Bow, down, down, bow, bow, down, 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 bow, down, down, bow, down, 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 down. No, 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 no. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 bow, bow, down, 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 bow, down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Why am I going meow? Down, down, down.
Oh man.
Well, my listen, I'm gonna finish my last fucking bowl when he comes back, at least. So, granted, it's probably gonna be a while. Oh, well, I guess I could make some fucking food. Now I gotta go to the fucking bathroom. God damn it. Ah, well. God, can I wait? I'm actually debating if I can wait right now. Because it's just like once, it was like, hey, you gotta piss and you gotta do it now. But I wonder, can I wait? Ah. I'm just gonna sit here for a sec. Maybe it'll go away. I don't feel like it did, so I don't know. I think I can wait a second. But in the meantime, let's do some dots. Hey, let's zoom in on this so y'all can see. Boom. Hell yeah. Boom. Oh, man, I don't know if I can wait. See if I can make it. See if I can make it. Not too bad. Not too shabby. For a guy doing a dance, well, that was actually pretty good for a guy doing a dance. I'm doing a dance. I'm doing a dance. I'm doing a dance. Doing a dance for nobody but myself. Nobody but myself. Oh! Damn. I got a good shot and then I got a shit shot. Two shit shots. Yay. Not bad. Not too bad either. Okay. Alright, after these two, I'm definitely going out in the back, because... Alright. I can't wait. Fuck this. Can't wait. Much fucking better. Jeez. Thought I saw a meteor outside, but it ended up being just a fucking moth. There happened to be a moth flying out there. Or just a piece of debris or something. I was like, oh, did I see what I thought I saw? No, it wasn't. Which was kind of a bummer. Kind of wish it was a meteor, because I'd be fascinated, because I'd be like, where did I come from? And I'd just, speculate on the philosophy and of just our, just about like fucking meteors and their existence and the potentialities of what could come of them and the negative effects of what could happen to them and all that. Gonna throw this a different way. Wow, that was bad. That was bad. That almost hit the poster. I'm surprised that poster hasn't been hit yet. Okay, well, I don't really like doing that. I hate that method. It's a method where basically you throw it like that instead of like that, like how I kind of do it usually. Because I have a lot more straight shooting with that. Oh, the shit's still on. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up soon, but I'm waiting for the individual situation to return. I just came back from a fat major fucking piss because I was like, God damn, I can't wait. You had to go back at the same time I did. I'm just like, fuck. Oops. So I'm just shooting these. Not doing great, but never claimed to be good. Oh! Well, I guess those are to be decent shots. Ooh. Getting better. I kind of flung around a little bit. It's just making the same fucking noise every time. Dunk. Dunk. Seriously, every fucking time. It's making the same goddamn noises. Well, not that time. It flipped. Hit the fucking side of the damn... Hit the side of the damn door. Sad. Sad. Oh, that fell. I'll leave that one. That's still farther out. Basically, I'm gonna pull the closest one. Wow. I can't do any better than that right now. Oh! That's gonna be hard to beat. Shit. Okay. Let's try to beat it, I guess. I haven't made a bullseye yet. I'm gonna stop when I do, though. Alright, close. Alright. Closer, though. Fuck. To be fair, I was looking there. Come on. Oops. Ah. Ah. Oh! Where did I hit? Oh, I hit the black. Damn. Oh, shit, dude. I don't know if I can beat that. Yeah, I don't know if I can beat that, dude. I think that close gonna get. That's about close as gonna get. I'll make a few, or maybe a half dozen attempts. See what else I can get, which is probably nothing. But worth the fun to try. It's not really that much distance here, though. That's the problem. I want some distance so I could fucking like go, boom, you know, just launch that shit out. Damn. I don't think I'm making anything closer than what I just did. Yeah, I think not. Wow. Maybe that's why I shouldn't do that method of throwing it by fucking flinging it, because, oh yeah, the weight will totally make it allow it to go. Yeah. It works like 1% of the time. Alright, this is I don't even give a shit if this is bullseye. No. Like the last one in there, though. And the other one that was right here. Oh, did I hit the bullseye? No. Wow. Funny. Funny.
What just happened?
I almost made a bullseye.
Damn.
Good, look at this. So I was trying to. So what I was trying.
Whoa, I was so close.
So what I was trying to do, I was just basically doing, hey, I'll pull out the one that is the most farthest away, and I left, and it got too close, so I left this as a mark, and that was my last shot, and then I shot these ones. But I just finished, and you just have to show up just in time. So, damn, yeah, I almost got a bullseye, but no cigar.
Damn.
Still a good shot though.
Yeah, I can't keep trying.
Yeah, as soon as you went to the bathroom, I had to like seriously go. So I was like, I'm gonna like play darts until you come back and stand and do a dance. And I'm like, I can't dance anymore. And I'm like, I had to rush out and be like, I can't do it. And I just stared up and I thought I saw a meteor. I'm like, ooh, but it ended up being like space, some debris just floating around or whatever. I was like, kind of wish it was.
Outside.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and
Liquorism. You're damn right, it's liquorism.
liquorism.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carl's just in time for my last bowl.
Good night, guys.
Tyler's gonna go back into his little cave.
The cave.
He's going back into his little cave.
At your darkness.
The darkness of his little manlet cave.
Oh, come on. I'm not a manlet.
You are a manlet.
Oh, come on.
You, sir, are a manlet.
At least I've actually gotten laid.
You're still
Oh.
a fucking manlet.
But
And
also, it really goes to show that incels are wrong.
Manlet. The manlet has sealed his chambers. The manlet has sealed the chambers. I hope you heard it. Good. I'm too lazy to load the green machine, so I'll just hit the pen from the comfort of my own bed. Damn, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing to just hear right there. See, I got so much of a routine. I will have a routine when I like go to bed. Like I'll smoke a bowl before I go to bed. It's a routine. I'll load it up like I am right now. Pack it as packed as I can. Poke just enough so the airway can go through. And just have this fat, dense bowl. And just smoke on it. And just smoke on it. And smoke on it. And just get absurdly blitz and just go to sleep. I like to come down on my high. It's like, knocks me out. I'll be listening to something. And then usually I'll like hear, I'll come back just to hear the very last like little bit of it for some reason. And then I'll go back to sleep. So I end up having a pretty nice, comfortable sleep, though. Sweet says hi. I say hello back. You ever put a landmine in it? A landmine? You might actually have to elaborate a little bit. I think I know what you're talking about, but I just want to make sure. So, just want confirmation. It's just confirmation, but I think I know what you're talking about. Landmineable. Yeah, it makes someone might want to elaborate a little bit. I think I know what you're talking about, but I just want to make sure. A hash puck or a ball of some other drug inside the bowl. Oh, okay. A hash puck. I have had like a fat ball of keef, but not like some other drug in it, no. Unless to consider spliff, doing that too. I've done that some nights. Not every night, but some nights I do. If I'm feeling like stressed from the fucking work and I'm just sore as hell, I'll do that. And I am like, it gives me like a 30-second numbness, but then after that, it's like, and helps me go to sleep sometimes. Not always. You can crush a pill and put it in there. Yeah. Well, I don't landmine. Well, okay. Well, I don't landmine bowls, but I know what you meant though. Well, I know what it means. So, just didn't know that terminology, but no. Unless again you consider mooks or spliffs, whichever, or like snaps, whichever one you want to call it. You know that, then yes. Or like a very big fat like little ball of like hash or like keef that's like compressed together, then yeah, technically then. But for the most part, I have not. Yeah, I'm not big on pills as much as I am with like herbal properties or like psychedelics or fungi and shit like that. Crushed up a Klonopin and put it in a bowl. When I let that nigga up, I had some stone like Gillette, Celia Peterson, like Benzo Carson on. Oh my god, dude. You know what? I mean, I'm kind of curious to try it like once maybe just to see the effect. But I want to do it. For me, I might not do it reoccurringly. Maybe like a sparingly thing. Like I might have like a specialty pipe for it. Like have like a ritual, like a ritual pipe or something. It didn't taste good, but burnt hydrocarbon plastic. Ugh. Never tried a benzo. I may have had them before, but not like really to get high off of, or to get like that, and like recreationally, I guess I should say. But I've done it, a couple times, but just not like in that sense, really, but not. But that was like a while ago. I haven't done it in like. Like, I mean, whenever I've had medications, it was usually for like the first to like the 7th to 8th grade, but that was generally due to like sicknesses or just to other like various different things that might have happened. Not necessarily due to like mental illness or anything like that. Though I did have that, and do, but they're not, applicable for medication purposes, though. Has led credence to practices of prescribing opiates for anxiety, similar role of benzos. Huh. Which is why I probably have had it before. I mean, but it's been such a long time, though. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm just very, like, skeptical, or not really skeptical, but just really cautious about pills and stuff. It's like, But, I don't know. I might try it like once. Tyler, people. Oh man, it's hard to get it out sometimes. It's just like, no, doesn't need to happen. No, don't need that. 6 a.m. here, man. I gotta get her up and walk soon. All right, well, I'm wrapping it up here. I'm just finishing up my fucking bowl, grounding the last little bit of nugget I need. So. I think I hear him singing. Pish posh on that motherfucker. Pish posh on that motherfucker. 6 a.m. there. Oh my god, is it really fucking 3 already? Jesus Christ. There's no way this stream started that then. At midnight? Did I really start at fucking... I guess I did. Was Robert asleep now? Jesus, I didn't even realize what time it was. Oh, I know why. Daylight savings. Oh, fuck. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh, what the fuck. Oh. That just made my whole fucking mentality just. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, that just killed everything. Just like fruitful about my like energy right now. Oh man, what the fuck? Really, man? Really? Well, fuck me. When I saw a Book of Mormon yesterday, I was hitting the pen and exhaling the vapor down my sleeve. Hey, nice. That's one way to hide it. Plus, it leaves a nice little pleasant stench. I coughed out a plume, and the guy next to me noticed. Oh, I imagine he did notice. Oh my god. Man, he was probably like, damn, I wish I could hit some of that. He's probably like, I wish I could hit some of that. Or not, I don't know. I love how musical that ripped Christianity played in Southern Town. Yeah, that's why my mom saw it, and the only reason why she did was for Benedict Cumberbatch when she saw it in London, but she didn't like it because it did. And I'm like, well, that's the fucking point of the whole damn play or musical or whatever it's called, is that it made fun of your damn dumb religion because it's absurd. Like, duh. It's the point of the fucking play. It was some gay dude, so he was probably cool with it, with weed. Oh, yeah. So I'm right. I'm probably right with my speculation. He's like, damn, I wish I could hit some of that. The only criticism I have is it focused only on Mormonism instead of the broader Christianity. That's why my mom was able to tolerate it. She was able to sit through it because it focused on Mormonism, and she doesn't like Mormonism, so she was okay with it. But as soon as it delved into the broader aspects, when it did, from what I've heard, she didn't. I'm just like, probably because it's all bullshit. Not just Mormonism. Not just that Mormonism-isms. It probably never existed. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like it's still somewhat speculative, but I mean, he as a character is not like some mystical dude, if he did. Which I think is possible, but again, he's not like some mystical guy literally turning water to wine or literally walking on water or moving fucking mountains or whatever the fuck. It was just a normal dude who's very charitable and very selfless. So it was probably hence written for text as a very prophetic like character. So Christianity is fuck retarded and coherent compared to most religions throughout human history. I know, dude. I actually have like fucking respect for like polytheistic or like pagan religions because they basically have different gods for specific things, and they have actual flaws and actual fucking traits about them, like, I don't know, humans. So at least there's some respect with them where they're like, hey, I can at least get y'all because you got like a family. You know, you like your gods are basically like some big fucking, you know, weird, you know, quirky family. You know, if you think about it, like Norse mythology, like all the gods are one weird quirky family, like Greek mythology, all one big quirky family. Roman gods, all one big quirky family of gods. You know, it's just like at least with that, there's some encompassing similarities to our own nature. With this one monotheistic shit, it's oh my god. I mean, the arguments have been made so many times. I don't need to rehash it. So, in a way, a polytheistic religion, but it's pretending to be monotheistic. In a way, but like, it's not though. You know, it's like in a way it tries to, but it's not, because the thing is, a lot of its origins were from a polytheistic religion, so some of its elements are still there, which is why it just doesn't make any sense. It's trying to be something that it's not. and at the same time it's very authoritarian and very just, well, contradictory and very just fucking full of literal nonsense. Like, there's fucking fables and tales that were told about, like, lore of people that may or may not have existed, but were at least delved into fucking reality for the time. Thou shalt not put no other gods before Yahweh, but there's also Jesus, his son, who is also God himself, and then there's the Holy Spirit. And that is never even explained, the Holy Spirit. What, like, I don't, like, it's probably just my own ignorance, but that's never explained to me. I've honestly never had that explained. Ever. Even from Catholics or fucking Christians or anyone. They always are just like, yeah, it's just there. It's a thing. It's like, the fuck is it? I mean, it's voodoo nonsense. That's the reality. But to them, it has something, I guess. What? Is it like some vague thing that just is everywhere and anywhere at all times or something? The Quran mentioned the Holy Spirit, but not going in depth. From what I remember, it's supposed to be a manifestation of God in a human soul. What? So nothing? Like, just words? Words. Just fucking words collaborate together, hoping they mean something. Okay, I get it. Something along that line, so God, but not God. To make whatever. It's coherent nonsense anyway. Incoherent nonsense. I almost said coherent nonsense, and that would have been an oxymoron. But, goddamn, I'm going on for a little too long now, knowing what the situation is with the fucking time shit. Oh my god, fuck that. Anyway, well. Alright, well, now, my final bowl. Goddamn. People who believe in Arjo, I don't propose the argument. What makes their religion any different from other religious history? I've done that too. The thing is, they will, they'll fucking move around. They will be able to move the goalpost and deflect off that. At least ones that catch it. They'll be like, oh, well, because we're right. Well, because Jesus, they'll just start going off on like how they're right and, basically just a circular argument thing, a fallacy. It's just like, but why? Like, you didn't answer the question. You just started making claims again. And, I mean, they'll just go in circles, essentially. So, the ones that are at least somewhat open-minded, they'll at least entertain it, but the ones that are TFG, which I live with, there's no getting through with them, so you just kind of have to let them just live in that fucking delusion. Worst part is when they already are somewhat mentally unstable, is when they get it. Then it's just kind of fucking unnerving. You think saying a few Latin words over your pancakes in the morning will metaphysically transmute them into the body of Elvis Presley, clear loss them out. Or seriously, yeah, it's, or if you're like gonna quote unquote go home or whatever, it's like, dude, your home is where you fucking put your fucking rest your head at night. I guess if your home is state of non-existence, then I can get with that, but that's not what he thinks. So, yay. Like, I can get with that. It's like my home is a state of non-existence where it's nothingness. Then I'd be like, hey, all right, you know what? At the end of the day, we're all going there. So I can get with that. But he doesn't. So I'm just like, I can't just... I want to challenge him, man. It's just that I always remember that he's just... there's no getting to it. There's no getting through with someone like that. Now, if they're like 20 or like 21, like my age, then there's a possibility. But with him, there's just already set, and it's just not going to change. And that's just the hard part. It's listening through it and unable to challenge it. That's the hard part. What do you think? The same thing about Jesus who never existed in a cracker? You're just got talk about Robert father. My dad, not Robert. My dad is a little bit more agnostic on the issue, I suppose, but he still has religious ideas that are still nonsensical, though at least a little bit more rational, I guess, because I mean, he, knows about the fucking universe and knows it's a thing and all. And like his argument essentially is like God is like an energy, and because that's seen throughout the universe and we're discovering more about that, and essentially science is proving God. That's like his theory, which I'm just like, you're wrong, but I guess I see where you come from on that. I guess, but I mean, at least I can kind of I get it a little bit. It's still nonsensical, though. Imagine Robert's spiritual religious beliefs are no more coherent than a time of G Time Johnny. No point debating, only discussing for humor's sake of it. Yeah, exactly. Which is why whenever you do bring up questions shit, and I'm like, no, it's because I know that's just gonna bring up shit. That's just like, oh God, this is just not gonna be. There's a lot of loud clanking that just happened. Well, I'm holding the thought, but I'm going to just quickly investigate what just happened. So, I'm holding the thought, but I'll just come back. I was about to give up, and then I found out it was just a lamp. A cat like had a Spurg moment and toppled a lamp over. No light bulb, so nothing broke, but there happened to be a humble lamp that was a casualty. Anyway, maybe it's Bigfoot. Seriously, dude, right? When people tell me they believe in Jesus, I used to get angry. Now I just laugh. Yeah, see, when people say they're Christians or whatever, now I'm just like, I kind of want to, like, try to make an argument for it, but it's just like, geez, I just kind of don't even make it at this point. Imagine if you were camping in the Pacific Northwest, so it's a Bigfoot was creeping into camp at night. I've heard things that weren't explainable while camping before out here, but I haven't had a counter per se. I don't believe in Bigfoot. I just like watching YouTube videos. I think it's a possibility. I don't really go delve into the YouTube things that much, but I do like kind of delve into the research and like people that actually kind of looking into it in a scientific way, like the cryptozoologists. People claim to thrust stones and knock against tree trunks. Yeah, which do make distinct sounds, and those sounds are heard throughout, throughout the forest and stuff. I think it's possible, but I doubt it. Yeah. I mean, there's always a sense of doubt. I also have a sense of doubt, but it's still pretty interesting to think about the idea, and I think it is. It's kind of given that we even haven't really totally explored the land, and 70% of our oceans, or like 90%, something like that. I forgot the exact number of our own world's oceans, so it's possible that there are other bigger land creatures that we haven't yet discovered, far more rare with the species that we do discover every day. But I mean, it's a possibility that we do. People don't claim to see them in the part of the country I live in. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if they were, it would be like the Pacific Northwest, like Canada. Like, it would be around there if they were to be a thing. Like, I would think they would be in, like, my type of territory. Plus, I don't think there's any mention of them for local Cherokee folklore. Yeah. I think there has been with Chinook folklore, and I think with some on the West Coast, but I'm not too sure. I think it depends. But, anyway. I'll wrap it up. Because that noise, I think, has disturbed the peace amongst the home. even though it's just a humble fucking lamp. Apparently, there's a part of Oklahoma named Purgatory by locals to the wooded forest that claim to be creepy, violent Bigfoot hell. Huh. Like within the Native American lore, or just the lore, within the populace? Because I feel like that'll make a big difference in whether that might hold some, I guess, anecdotal evidence towards possibility in that region at one point, at least. If I ever saw a Bigfoot, I'd be scared shitless and light that nigger up like a Christmas tree. Monday? Yeah. Then I probably doubt it. It's probably, if anything, bears in the region. They just happen to be bigger than the average bears native to the area, maybe. It's potential. And bears can walk on their hind legs for a time. They don't do it for like indefinite periods, but they could do it for short little bursts. So it's potential that could be just a region where bears just happen to, where just because there's probably more plentiful food for them, they probably are just bigger. So, named by the modern day Bigfoot researchers, this very remote wooded area. To quote Evie Bravo, "Look into it, man." You gotta look into it, man. I don't know, bro. Look into it, bro. Oh god, I'd shoot a Bigfoot on sight. If I had a tranquilizer weapon, like a rifle that was shooting tranquilizers, I would, because then I can preserve it as a specimen. Then we can actually do research on it. I want to just fucking kill one myself. I would be terrified and shoot it. The thing is, they're probably way more. The thing is, with every encounter that people make, they're always, for the most part, they tend to be more fearful of you and tend to either try to ward you off of their territory or are off in the distance and running off and running away. So I think they would probably, unless they're literally intruding on their territory, then chances are they're probably going to be running away from you and like, I don't want to be seen, and try to like be seclusive No. And plus, that'll just enforce their mentality and probably keep them way more seclusive of humans. I would send a drone armies to bomb them. My God, dude. Hey, dude, I'm 6'2" and a Bigfoot at like 8 to 9 feet tall. I would like be pissing myself, okay? But like, I would just be too fascinating, basking in the fucking glory of knowing that that thing's there, and I'd just be like, okay, you can crush my skull with your fucking thumb. So we're chill. Or like we could be chill. Bring any guided Bibles of democracy from 20,000 feet. Iraq status. Goddamn, son. Goddamn. Brutal. Brutal. Brutality. Imagine the idea of them eating psilocybin mushrooms. Possibly. If they're as intelligent as they're perceived, I wouldn't be surprised if they knew about like certain types of fungi they could potentially find, or certain type of properties of herbs and natural things they find that they harvest and collect could potentially do that. So maybe Stone Ape theory put in place. If they had a primitive form of language and rudimentary religious spiritual rituals and customs. I do remember this one witness who literally was kidnapped by Bigfoots in this story, and it was a little family, like 2 big ones and 2 small ones, and if they are able to have like nomadic family communal status like that, if that is true, then potentially it could be possible that they have at least some form of like primitive rituals and customs, and language too. Whether it's religious, spiritual, I think it's kind of irrelevant, but it's a possibility that could happen. Do you think they have a common ancestor to humans and chimpanzees? Well, they're part of the primate genus, so, and they would be considered an ape like we are, so yeah. I don't know where that line would connect, but if they were to be discovered and were a thing, and we're able to capture a live specimen at some point, potentially we could be able to help connect more of that line and help connect more of our own genus as well. So maybe. Naturally, that early hominids had primitive religious customs. Oh, probably. Very simple, like sun, stars, moon, praise thee, just stuff like that. They're probably very rudimentary, simplistic customs. But again, that's kind of how we evolved, very simplistic to very more complex, and that's kind of how life did. We're just the ones that end up being most successful in that nature, because evolution. But so much to learn. So much to learn. Your dad looks for Billy Bob Thornton's desk. Well, he was woken up. By the way, that thunk was a humble lamp. I'm sure you heard that loud thunk a moment ago. I investigated.
Something woke me up. Of course, I was wondering if you thought there was gunshots.
No. It was just a humble lamp that sacrificed itself.
What lamp?
It was in the front room. I mean, it wasn't broken. Nothing broke, but it just fell over. I think a cat spurged out and just fell over. So, no. I honestly thought it was like Bandit, but he was just sleeping, chilling out, not just doing his own thing. Well, until that startled him. But you know, he was doing his own thing, so ruled out. Then I saw my cat next to it, and I'm like, oh, well, at least I know there's at least one culprit. So I'm just like, God damn it, you cat, what are you doing? Disturbing the peace. I'm surprised Robert didn't get up and freak out and wonder what that was, because that was right next. That was like right next to his room. You gotta go to bed, man. I'm doing that.
Woke up, I had
I'm doing that, man.
and Chris was like, "What's all that noise?"
A humble lamp.
Go tell Mom about it.
That was nothing serious. Have you ever heard of the story of the Battle of the Village of Stone during the Battle of France in World War II? Wrapping it up, and now we're going on another tangent about crazy battles and shit, but no, I haven't. The small French village changed hands over 30 times over the course of 4 days. Wow. Talk about a stalemate. I'm pretty sure I'd consider that a stalemate for 4 days. Wow, that poor village. Well, hi, Curly. Hi. Hi, little gray brick. You're not even worth it being known as a brick anymore, because Bandit's more of a fat little lump of brick than you. You just have the color of a brick. A cement cinder block brick. Yep. Just go ahead and wander away. Wander away with your little cinder block status of entitlement. Ugh. The German officer was there remarked that it was amongst the most hellish battles he had seen along the Monte Cassino and Stalingrad. I can imagine. Damn. I mean, that shit was brutal. Oh, shit. I mean, I can imagine the citizens were probably also rising up and trying to fight back, too, in some case, and if they weren't evacuated. I need to unclog this. No. No. The unclogging. Yep. There's a cat hair from Bandido, I'm sure. Get it out. It's out. That's what you get for living with cats, dude. Or any pets. You get their freaking fur in your weed. There's a French B-1 tank that fought off quite many Panzer 1s and 2s. Damn.
The smoker cat hair flavor.
What?
I admit it, you miss smoking a bowl without that burnt cat hair flavor added onto it.
This taint just got some dank flavor. I can go good with that. I never miss that flavor. Oh. Captain Jerome Bellot. Look into it. To quote Eddie Bravo, look into it, man, because I don't know, bro. I just don't know. You got to look into it yourself, bro, because I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Eddie Bravo, dude, he's a dork. There's one thing that's for certain, he is a dork. I don't know why, just simply a humble dork, but he is definitely, indeed, a humble dork. Not even a humble one. He's just simply a dork. I don't even know why I said he was humble. Alright. This is fucking final toke now, I swear. I need to make sure it's unclogged too, because I know I didn't. Good night, everybody. I'm going away. Don't think I'm coming back. Because I ain't ever again. Ow. Well, ow. A little kernel from that bowl, like, landed on my finger and burnt me. Ow. Wasn't too pleasant. Oh well. I will return, though. I always do.